Kia ora everyone, and welcome along to Humankind. My name is JumboPixel, and today you see we're starting off in the options menu, where all good players start, because I'm particularly interested in this option here, land percentage. Percent of the surface area of the game, of the map that is land. The availability of some options is determined by the world size setting. So I've played around a little bit with this. In fact, I played around quite a bit. If you select it to huge, and then you go custom, the least you can do is 30. If you set it to small, and go custom, the least land percentage you can do is 30. I can't get it to go any less than 30, so here's my plan. 30 is still pretty low. Kia ora, Devilish, you do indeed sense a meme game, and a meme game it shall be. Welcome along to everybody who's joining me live, by the way. Yep, so 30% is as low as we can go. But that's not so bad. I'm going to keep it on a small map. I'm also going to keep the continent shapes to chaotic. Climate we're going to keep as standard because I don't think any of those memey things will change anything else. New world, absolutely, we're having that on. And island odds, I think this will actually up the amount of land on the map. So even though it might seem counterintuitive to reduce this down when we want to play a map with lots of ocean, I think actually the better option here from what I've tested is actually to keep this on few. Because if you turn this up, it simply just adds more islands. But we want less. We want very few islands. Everything else is sort of set to chaotic. Let's go mini lakes and big lakes. Let's also go many rivers because we want as much water as possible on this map. Let's go few ridges and cliffs. And for fun, let's play flat elevation as well. Let's see what that does. Otherwise, I've got everything fairly as normal, but I put difficulty on nation just so the AI have a little bit of a bonus. Metropolis is the normal mode. And a huge warm welcome to everybody joining live. Jake, Devilish, Pilot, Yoran, Ian, Brendan, Kyle, Yamasa, Connor, Hunnick Horde, Daniel, Alan, and Octopus. My goodness, there's a lot of people joining me today. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined already, and to everybody who's dropped a like rating. I appreciate that a great deal more than you'd ever know. But without any further rambling, let's jump into this game and see actually what we're dealing with here. I have tested, but I haven't played the tests. I've just sort of spawned into a map, had a look around, and seen if the settings work. And these are the best settings I've found from sort of 2 or 3 test trials. But again, like, I didn't even play any turns. I just spawned into the map just to see what it looked like. So here we go. And this is a fairly normal, and you might be thinking, hey, this looks like a lot of land. But don't worry, rest assured, this is about all the land we get. This is about all the land we get. So we're going to have to use it wisely, because there should be very vast oceans, and in my experience there will be. Of course, moving forward in the game, we'll be able to mod it and get even more, get this even more crazy. It's unfortunate that the game stops you from turning it down to 10 or 20% by default. It's a real shame. Oh, Tanvir, Tank, Aaron, Felipe, nice to see you. Nice to see you all. Felipe worried that there's going to be a lot of land. I hope not. I hope not. That would really ruin the flavor of this challenge, wouldn't it? Let's separate these guys before they run off auto-exploring too much by themselves. Oh, and we do also need to take note of what we've found here. And we've found Minecraft's greatest resource, obsidian. Plus 2% industry and plus 4 stability per obsidian. That is fantastic. Let's send one of these boys back this way and end that turn. Nope, they're just going to keep going. Stop auto-exploring, you absolute madmen. But we have an event. Do we want plus 2 food or domestication cost? I think we'll go with the plus 2 food. That's pretty good. I am playing on normal speed, so we're not going to jump straight into the ancient era immediately. And I'm really curious to see just how big this island is, and it looks like we're already up against enemy borders. Am I wrong? No. I'm not. That is pretty disappointing, to be honest. Let's keep grabbing these discoveries. Oh my goodness, we are right up against it already. We're going to have to put down this outpost fairly quick smart. And down here as well, in this tundra. Maybe we should have turned tundra off. Or we could have made the whole world tundra. I don't know. Due to balancing reasons like bonuses. Yeah, we need a way to mod through this, don't we? However, like 30%, what is it by default? 50 to 70, I believe? I believe default is quite high. At least half of the map. My goal here also, of course, there's an undertone to this challenge, right? And the undertone is... Oh, steal this from the opponent. No, the undertone is maybe we can play more with naval cultures. Maybe naval cultures will benefit from a world where 30% is ocean. You would think that they would, right? That feels intuitive. I don't know if they actually will be, but it feels intuitive. The other thing that it pays to bear in mind here is that there are no rivers, so it's going to be slightly problematic to actually get any great deal of food or anything from these. So I should be willing to settle with what I can get. There's another scientific discovery and an era star, because wow, we actually got 10 knowledge stars to get through the Neolithic era. And I don't know about you guys, but that is pretty uncommon. I'd be down for full tundra. Devilish Peter of Russia confirmed. Requirement of Big Norseman. Blasting immigration song. 29 of the earth is land, 71 is water. In real life, indeed it is. Mostly water. And yet we know almost nothing. Found that the Carthaginian legacy trait's very powerful regardless of your strategy, Daniel. I think we might even be playing Dido of Carthage this game. Which is wild, because... who wants to play Carthage? So, now we get to keep our legacy trait. And I feel like the +1 food is going to be our one here. Nice that we got that. Hard to get in, oh, look at this. Look at this absolutely abysmal food. There might actually be a little bit more this way. Yes. Yes. Brilliant. Actually, remind me later, because we just found Gunung Malu, which gives us... +5 influence, +10 stability, and +10 money. Fantastic. We're going to claim this immediately. And look at this hugely productive land. There's no food in sight, but we can work on food. We can't work on production as easily, I find. So I'm going to grab it. +4, +16 looks super juicy. Let's claim that next turn. But first and foremost, we're jumping. And the AI have taken the Nubians. Okay, fine. I feel like in sticking with this challenge, even though 30% is as little land as we can do, I think we try the Phoenicians, right? I hear you, Daniel. I hear you and I see you. If you make a plan, life never works out that way. Great. Great advice, Tunvir. How is lockdown treating me, Kingston? Actually, it's been kind of fun because I've been able, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been able to put quite a lot more time into YouTube. Dare I say, almost doing it full time over the last week. And it hasn't been profitable enough, obviously, to live off full time. The channel is nowhere near that big. But it's been a really interesting experience, and I've liked it a lot. Thank you for asking. I hope wherever you are is going well as well. No food. Learn to fish in ports. Yeah, ports are going to be big, right? So here we go. This is, of course, not going to give us a lot of food in the early game. Like, a better pick would be definitely Harappans or the Egyptians. They're fantastic production. The Syrians is one I don't usually get to play as, so kind of juicy. But on theme, absolutely on theme. Oh, the Olmec head would be nice too. We're going to go with the Phoenicians. They're going to give us money, and hopefully we can use money to get food. Goss, the most overpowered culture at the moment has to be the Harappans. Now, there are more powerful ones in the later game, but the Harappans are really good. Never tried the Phoenicians before. Neither have I. Neither have I, Daniel. Neither have I. Remember that oh, you're right, the Carthaginians and the Phoenicians are different cultures in this game. What a pleb. Oh my goodness, he's a pleb. Okay, we're going to take the Phoenicians, who will turn into the Carthaginians, I assume, in the next era. +2 money per traders, so we're going to be rich forever. We're also going to get +2 money from coastal water and lakes, remembering there are large lakes in this map, and a whole load of coastal water. It counts as a farmer's quarter and a market quarter for the spawn, and we get a fun little byreme. What is this? Navigator, damaged by consecutive turns in water, unfortunate, and applies the boarded for troops. Okay, so a fairly standard boat. Let's give it a whirl. Hi, Lorenzo, nice to see you. A good bank account, a good cook, and a good digestion. Money bill with the Venetians are great with their port, says Jose. Alright, I see you. Let's give them a whirl then. Let's see how they truly live up to this. We definitely want to establish this outpost because our old mates next door are creeping up on us, so we'll get both of these online. I've actually made that one my capital, which was kind of an accident, but I'm not mad about it because it's super productive, and it's got a wander, and it's got these resources. We do want to get down here and grab this tundra as well, though, so let's scoot this boy down before old mate gets here. Let's also run back to meet old mate. Yikes. We do not want a bar of that at all. Let's see if we can move away. They're probably going to skirmish with us, which will really hurt this start. No, they're not. They've fled back. They've learned their lesson. Good on them. That means I can get this discovery and maybe head up here and take this guy out as well. Let's do that. There's an achievement for me. That's probably a no-lifer achievement for the amount of hours that I've spent playing this game. Right, we need 60 influence. That's all good. Let's just sort of mosey around. There'll probably be some discoveries that will have appeared while we haven't been here, because this game likes to spawn discoveries in strange places. My friend recommended this game to me, so this is my first dip into the huge ocean. Nice stuff, Ian. Welcome. We will actually accept this trade offer from these guys. And it's been refused. Not quite sure what kind of offer that was, but alright. We should turn this into a city immediately. Boom. Brilliant. And I think we'll get the pottery infrastructure upgrade. I love that one straight away, just because influence is so key in the beginning. Speaking of key in the beginning, granary looks like a good improvement for us. We're going to go calendar all day, baby! All day. And this guy's actually wandered straight up to me, which is awesome. We can insta-resolve that. You can usually safely insta-resolve against the animals. Usually, I say. It is a big usually. Okay, this outpost is going to absolutely starve itself in this tundra territory. Where can we go to at least get some semblance of something? There's a +2, +13. There's also a nice one, but I kind of want to keep some area around these tiles free. So I'm going to go with that, probably that +2, +13, even though that's dreadful food. Or +4, +9 might be more beneficial. Although you have to ask yourself, what's the difference between 2 food in the long run? And I feel like the answer to that is not a lot. Building here, however, does block this adjacency. So I might just skip back in one in favor of losing a production, but gaining an extra tile that we can build adjacent to. Speaking of building adjacent to, I think we should continue exploring this way, because this tile may have some valuable land for us. Speaking of land, I'm surprised at just how much land is here. Can't wait to see you pick Germany in the industrial area. Perhaps, Daniel. Perhaps the industrial Germans. Hey, Zed. ZK. ZK. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Oh, look at these dreadful yields because I turned rivers down. They are absolutely abysmal in every way. Let's get this high ground. Oh, there's a sanctuary up there too. We're definitely going to claim this territory. There's a wee discovery. Brilliant. Meanwhile, these territories will come online. I think we'll connect them to Bibliboss as soon as we can. Because firstly, that will give us an error star, but secondly, and this is kind of something that I found throughout the game, if you connect the territories early, then you reduce the stability penalty, because there just isn't the population to be mad at you, basically. Now, let's get some farmers' quarters around. This district looks pretty good. Start getting some farming online. This can feed the capital of Bibliboss. Correct pronunciation needed. And there's probably not a lot of point in this guy being down here now. So let's send him onward and upward to greater things. I was going to head down this way because I think I might put down a territory here, but now I'm not so sure because I see a whole load of animals, so let's move toward them instead. We are a little low on influence as well. It's going to take us a couple of turns before we can put down another territory. So let's send in the reinforcements. Brilliant. And exactly as planned. Exactly as planned. Fantastic victory was had by all. Next up, I think there is some value in clearing forests. Like, there's actually perhaps more value than what you think. But I'm probably going to go with domestication, I think. That will be a goer. So let's do that. And I think we will send the support up. Brilliant. Whoa! Harnacord! The man, the myth, the legend! I missed that. How did I miss that? Oh my goodness. I'll just replay that because I missed it somehow. There we go. Hunnick Horde with the $10 through Super Chat. Jeepers, Hunnick Horde. That is a very generous Friday morning donation from you. Or whatever time it is for you. Thank you so much. Look at it. It's yellow. I really love that yellow colour, by the way. Very on theme with the Phoenicians, too. Hunnick Horde says 41. Phoenician rule of acquisition. Profit is its own reward. And boy, are you right. Thanks so much, my man. Oh, that is so generous of you. Hunnick Horde. Super, super, super chat. Thank you so much. And you're so right. There's actually quite an interesting strategy here where we don't even worry about food at all. And instead we just go hard on the money and just try and buy our way through everything this game. We could go full mercantism. In that light, we could counter this again. It's only 15 gold, though. I'll accept it. Let's get a little bit of trade between us, because we're going to have quite a lot of resources, and like you say, trade is king. It's 17 minutes past midnight. Are you in Australia? Very close, Nikita. Very close. It is not 17 minutes past midnight for me. I'm in New Zealand. Yeah. So basically Australia. Escaping to one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space, says Zed. Oh, look, here's a nice food land. I've changed my mind. Let's grab that, and then let's ransack the sanctuary. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, and then I think we start to look to the oceans. Kerma the frog here, has laid a claim on this tile in particular. The Nubians have a very special interest in this place. Should we have a look why? They probably like the gold, huh? They probably like that resource, I'd say. Oh well, we can maybe trade it to them. Let's also connect up this territory while we can. We can't, but we'll do it soon to the super city of Bibliboss, which isn't making anything at the moment. So, let's help it connect up some of these resources. These are super powerful, by the way. I don't know how much I can stress just how significant these resources are. Plus 2% industry per obsidian and plus 4 stability is massive, and then look at that wondrous effect. It's over doubled. Incense is another one of my favorite because we get more money, which we love. So let's do obsidian first though, get our production online, and then we'll do that as well. Connect up these resources as fast as you can, I reckon. Tanvir, it's 3:18 in the morning, and you're watching me. My goodness, I will never understand that, but I so appreciate it. It's 11:18 in Central Europe. Humankind needs live action cutscenes, says Hunnick Horde. Oh my god, it does. Yes, it does. Do you think you'll go Lighthouse of Alexandria this game? Hey, that could be fun, Yorin. That could be fun. I was thinking we'd go with the classic Hanging Gardens of Babylon. If I have a Wonder Star, I usually buy it with influence. Yeah, actually, another good point. So much to spend with influence in the early game. Let's just make sure that this is actually... Yes, this is closed off. Brilliant. And the old Horde. There you go, Hunnick. The old Horde gave us 40 gold. So we got heaps of cash money, which probably means we can speed that along for a turn. Probably worth investing in the long run. I hope so, anyway. Here's some horses and another resource for us to hook up. Brilliant stuff. This is a reasonable start, and I like this chokehold a lot. Because if you remember, I turned geography off, so for the most part, this is a very flat land. 220 for Devilish. I did wonder about you American folk. I figured it would be 220 for you on the East Coast, and like, what, 11 in the morning? 620 on South America. Let's go. That's a good time. After dinner, just sitting down. Forced labor will give us plus 14 industry, which is massive. These two have unexpected consequences, and this doesn't. And it's super production. So obviously we're going to grab that basically all day, baby. Basically all day. Tibet, this is going to take a long time to get this up and running because its production sucks, but we don't actually mind, I don't think. So, let's head down this way and maybe through into Old Mate. We'll see. We'll see. Nikita asks a really good question about how does trade interact with culture. So, if you haven't seen my influence guide, shameless self-plug, I quite liked it. But if you haven't seen my influence guide, basically this is the society screen, and you can see here how cultures are dominant or not dominant, and you can see mine with the Nubian. The Nubians are just running all over me. I really need to get my influence up. Although it's worth noting that in my capital, I'm still influential, and I'm going to hold that. Yes, so to answer your question, Nikita, open trade does allow culture to spread more easily, or influence to spread more easily across borders. So closing it off will help you keep a hold of your influence in culture. Absolutely, yes, a big thing for you to do. However, the flip side to that, for those who don't know, trade in this game, in many ways, kind of allows for multiple copies of the same resource. So having trade open is mutually beneficial. Not just to the enemy, but also to you. Like, you can probably get your wondrous effects, for example, a little bit easier if you're buying stuff off your opponents. We are a merchant empire as well, so we have this affinity. Invest in a resource deposit. If no extractor exists, then one will be created instantly. Otherwise, you'll share a sum of the money with the owner. You'll both earn more money the more empires are buying the resource. This is a really powerful ability for me. We should enact this immediately. Where can I enact it? It doesn't look like I can do it anywhere yet because I built those extractors. But once we get horses, we'll be able to do it there, hopefully. Or maybe copper. Maybe we get copper. Do not let me forget to make use of that, though, because it's super good. Speaking of super good, we probably need more farmers, more food. Let's start connecting up this nice little outpost here. Start getting it to feed the capital. Speaking of feed the capital, I might just keep moving this dude around. Hopefully there are some curiosities out here in the great unknown. We also really do need to prioritize our seafaring techs, don't we? We need sailing and fishing. So I'm going to go to fishing next. Through into fishing, and actually right the way through into sailing as a priority. I usually like to get copper and... city defense is tricky as well. But let's just see how we go. Let's see how we go. We are trying a different strategy, so it makes sense to actually embrace it a bit. It does make sense to fully lean in and embrace. And look at all this incense. What the heck? Wow. Cool. I'll just pop my extractor down on that using my merchant ability. Because that is super good. That is super good. And then once this territory's online, it's going to be, wow, so powerful. We need 2 of 3 so we can actually get the wondrous effect on incense immediately, which will give us plus 10 money for the rest of the game. I like it a lot. I like that a lot. Let's attach this up to Biblibos. Get Biblibos as the early mega city in the game. Love to see it. And like I say, with this guy, we might just pop him on auto and just let him run around and do what he needs to do, and then we'll manually control this one. I do see this unit on my border, and I don't love it. I don't love it. Are there workers in this game? Can they create roads? There are not workers, and roads are largely automatic, Brendan. 5:23 in Canada. Is that 5:23 AM high jump kick? PM. It must be PM. Nice. After dinner. Love it. That must be, is that like mountain time or something? I'm slowly learning my time zones. I'm getting better. I'm getting better slowly. Okay, Biblibos, what have you got? Biblibos is going to pop. Good stuff. Let's allow it to keep doing that. And let's also have a look at our era stars. So we're going to hopefully get our merchant once online. One more for the expansionist would be a nice pickup too. And we should just slowly pick up those technological ones. So I'm not too stressed about that. Almost tempted to build another scout, to be honest, but let's not. The infrastructure is really powerful the bigger your mega city gets. So building this is actually not terrible, and I'm going to do it. Next turn we can buy it outright as well, just to skip it. EST. Where we're going, we won't need roads. Excuse me. Devilish, I'm choking up. Oh, what the heck? I didn't claim this southern territory, and now... Oh, no, actually, no. That's not true at all. We just have what is kind of a barbarian encampment down here. So we could give these independent people outposts that we established. And just be like, yep, this is yours. But I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to actually have to take these independent people down. Because they seem to have gotten in my way a little bit here. So let's bring down the sorry excuse for some troops. And see what we can do here. Should I attack them? We're actually not in a great position. We're not in a great position. What can I do with this encampment? Non-hostile tribe, they're going to roam around. It would also be nice if we could buy, if we could rent these guys. I quite like doing that. But for now we can't. Let's just station and watch. We have animal magic here. Fun little one. It doesn't really do much. Let's do cats rather than ferrets, because who wants ferrets? 60-second Phoenician rule of acquisition. The riskier the road, the greater the profit. And kia ora, no name, good to see ya. Native people are my maritime empire! So long as they don't build harbours, maybe we can peacefully coexist. Maybe. Let's get a little bit of industry. Actually, almost tempting not to, really, isn't it? It is really tempting not to. Let's get one more, maybe one more food district down in the capital. That should help it grow nicely, hopefully. And we can actually hook up this as well with 230 influence. So I'm spending basically all of my early game influence on merging these cities. We'll see if it's a good play in the long run. I'm interested to experiment nonetheless. Not something I would normally do. I also feel like we can probably win this fight. What are we versing though? Oh no, Archer and Warrior? Unlikely. Let's keep them pinned in down here. Maybe we step up onto the... No, I do not want to fight these people. I think I accidentally misclicked and fought them there, which would be horrific. Let's get the plus science and the plus influence. Brilliant. And I'll also... I think I'm willing to spend a little bit of my influence here on this merging civic as well, because I do a little bit of merging, so it's not the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world. Oh my goodness, Devilish! Second super chatter of the day, thank you so much, my friend. Devilish with the $1.99 super chat says, are you hoping they don't harbour any ill will? Yes, I am, but unfortunately I have accidentally triggered this battle, so now I'm going to be stuck with it. So we're going to have to blinking manually resolve it. And see how we go. We're going to have to take this archer out quick smart. Thankfully, actually, they've pinned themselves into this pretty awful geographical area, which is going to allow me to take down this archer. Yes, brilliant. We might actually win this just thanks to their really poor geography, Devilish. What do you think? Yeah, take that. Now it's a 1v1, and it's actually not great for me. I'm going to step up onto this hill. They're going to move back to their flag. And that's the end of the turn. So we went 1 for 1, and I'm actually okay with leaving it at 1 for 1. For the time being, and maybe we get some reinforcements. Trouble is we don't have any horses for said reinforcements because we don't have this territory up and running as either a city or other. But if we spend a little bit of influence here, 21, we can get these horses online. That will then allow us to jump over here to Bibliboss, throw one of these units in, and spend a little bit of gold and a population to pump one out. Here's our reinforcements. How many turns will it take? Quite a while. The other issue with reinforcements is going to be that we don't have the reinforcement technology. So we're actually going to have to let this battle dry up and then try again. Tar, are you winning, son? Yes. Yes, I am. Rip scouts, you're not wrong, Nestor. Those poor scouts. Those poor scouts. Let's defend. See if they'll run at me. They probably won't. They'll probably just protect their flag, which is actually fine for me, because my scout dies if they run at me, most likely. So let's just defend it out. Take the loss. Take the loss. Would be much funnier if YouTube didn't wait to send my puns. Curse you, YouTube! And your slow puns! We appreciate it, though. We appreciate the puns. Don't you worry. Okay. that battle's been resolved. Let's send down the reinforcements now and quickly take out these peaceful tribes before they get any funny ideas about claiming this outpost or ransacking it or anything foolish like that. We're not going to have a bar of that, and we are definitely not going to be giving them this outpost. We have worked too hard. Okay, station these units together and heal them up, and we'll probably just run straight in and take this bad boy down. Even though they're peaceful. We don't care. Oh no, they've just spawned another 2 units. Okay, back to plan B. Let us, again, probably do the same thing that we did last time. Peacefully cleaning the outpost. How do you fix the bug where you get forcibly disconnected from multiplayer games? Unfortunately, multiplayer with Humankind is still just a little bit unstable. I don't have any great bug fixes for you there, Lemur. Okay, let's end that deployment, and again, we'll just try and keep ourselves... We'll use this chokehold to our advantage, I think. Take out the unit at the front, and then retreat and heal from the one at the back. That's my thinking, anyway. We'll see how that works in practice. We're actually taking big hits here, so we're just going to move our scout up onto the high ground. That unfortunately has allowed a chariot to run rampant and absolutely destroy me. No! Stop! Leave me be! Okay, lesson learned. Don't attack the peaceful tribe. Exist peacefully until we get warriors. Which actually probably should be a priority after fishing. So I'm just gonna nip in and grab... I'll get fishing first, and then we'll get... We'll get some warriors online, because we are far too weak. We can use our merchant ability again, though, which I like. Let's do that. And connect up... Anything? No? Just me? We don't have the technology required. Rip in peace. C'est la vie. What about this, though? There we go. Let's get that incense online. That's brilliant. We're immediately selling it to the Nubians, but we don't mind too much. We could establish Tabit as an outpost of Bibliboss, or we could just connect it up for 184. I think we'll wait and connect it up and then go with the Mega City strat, because I like that a lot. High chance of good consequences, and all we have to do is sacrifice 20 gold. I'll allow it. What about invading them with boats? Okay, there's the actual plan. Why are we wasting our time like plebs on the land when we could be using boats? A very good point. A very good point indeed. I'm wondering if there are any good spots for these. Not really. Look at this. We're only getting +5 food out of these. And we've got so many slots for our workers. We need more food desperately. +5 food on horses. Let's buy that infrastructure upgrade immediately. You'll see our food goes up quite a great deal. +1 industry on forest and woodland could be useful moving forward. I think we'll maybe go for one more food. Now they're worth +8, which is quite a bit better. Although actually that one is bad placement. Let's place it there because we might want to get some adjacency going with this incense. Which, by the way, I think we now have all 3. Am I right? 1, 2, 3? Holy moly. We need patronage is what we need. Why are the Phoenicians just buy technology? Are there barbarians in Humankind? Well, Brendan, you may have seen the peaceful tribes down the bottom. These neutral tribes, which aren't always peaceful, are sort of Humankind's barbarian equivalent. Or you could argue that these animals are also the barbarian equivalent. These are more in line with civilization's barbarians in that they just sort of roam around and don't do a lot, whereas the neutral tribes are much more closer to Civilization 6's barbarian clans mode, but a little bit more extreme. Let's go +5 faith per number of territories, because our population is pretty dang low. And it's probably going to stay that way for a while, because we've gone for the super city route. Now we can get our haven online. Finally, let's do it. Oh, and actually we could connect it on this side of the world and be really close to Kerma. But I think there's more opportunities to do that up here. So we might get this harbor down in here in this very fruitful capital. Look at this. This is a great yield from an early district, by the way. Plus 11 food, 10 gold, and 3 science. That is brilliant. I'm going to move that to the front of the queue and start with... Well, actually, let's just buy this farmer's quarters and then move that to the front of the queue. Brilliant. Get that online. No trouble. 7 more turns. We'll allow it. We can also claim a wander. Unfortunately, we've missed out on all of the early ones except for the Pyramid of Giza, which isn't terrible, so we'll grab it. Nice. I'm not in love with the start, but you can see there's a lot more world out there, and probably, I'm hoping, a lot more ocean. We are, of course, as a gentle reminder, playing on maximum ocean, minimum rivers, and geography as well. So, a very flat map, and also one that really favours a bit of trade. Is there a real way to demote cities to outposts? We just need to ransack them and then build. Yeah, I don't believe there's a way to demote. Daniel, I think all the harbour emblematic districts are quite powerful, because you can also buy them with influence and outposts. A good point. Look at that. 78 influence. Daniel Cripps raising a fantastic point. We might just hold off on connecting up Tibet until we can buy that outpost, because that is very strong. Let's get city defense for the warriors as well, just in case. We've got this bear roaming around. Oh shoot, and we've actually made it to our next era before we've even built these districts. So let's spam that one out with gold and start placing down another one. Of course, this is a super city, so we can actually get some super things going. Build another one down there. And a third, which I feel like building it in the lake is kind of dumb, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then up here at this outpost, we can buy it outright with influence, which is super fantastic. So let's just quickly get that online in here before we upgrade and connect. There's another era star. Brilliant. I might just rest on my laurels for a couple of turns. Maybe. I don't want to wait for too long, but getting these districts through would be really nice. Forced labor is also really nice. We went right the way through fishing. Probably is time now. Oh, the market quarter though. We do want that, don't we? Let's do that and then we'll pop back to masonry. I like that a lot. Irrigation really powerful too, of course. This bear is exhausted. Exhausted. A layer has appeared on this land as well. Love to see it. We've got our merchant ability. Where can we use it? Any resource that isn't being extracted at the minute? I don't think so. And what have we got? Bountiful on Babylos. On Biblibos. On Byblos. Brilliant. Do we have enough gold to rush this? Not quite. Not quite. Which is probably not the end of the world. Biblibos is about to get yet another bonus. I think we'll go... Should we really double down on food? +5, even more food? +5 money is not terrible, but we're making so much that I think we go for food. Land unit and naval unit reduction isn't terrible either for 10 turns. Because I do want to build an army, but let's go food first. Let's focus in on that food. Get as much as we can. A lot of harbours also count on other types of districts, so they benefit even more from trade. Good tip, Lazuli. Great tip. Merchant stars well away. My goodness, we've got a lot of gold. It is time to progress. I'm just hesitant. I'm really hesitant. I'd love to get all of my harbours built first. But 8 turns, I think, is just too long. We were a little bit late to it. So maybe we just move on. Accept the loss. Oh, how much gold am I on, actually, just before I do that? What if, for a turn, we throw some extra industrialists in? It's really tempting, and I'm not quite sure what's optimal here. I'm gonna just... Oh, I mean, of course, we could just transcend, but I think we want... Here we go! The natural movement for the Phoenicians... The Carthaginians come next, I think. There are definitely better cultures, by the way. If you're after, like, the best cultures to play, maybe don't go the Carthaginians. The Celts here would be a nice pick, I think. I think they would definitely be a nice pick. The Meier, also very strong. Very strong. Romans, a fun one to play with, but in sticking with the theme of the ocean, let's do it. Minus 25% on all constructible buyout costs for the rest of the game. That is pretty juicy. Untouched buy with influence and attach again. Stop. Stop. How much would that cost me? And can that work? Oh my goodness. You are a genius. 9511 with the top tip. Because we can buy it with influence. We detach this. And then we'll just attach it again down the line. A nice quick way to get that cheeky extra district online. Brilliant stuff. It's hurt our stability quite a bit. I don't know if it was the best play. You're right, it is pricey, but let's do it. Daniel is correct. Egyptians plus the Mayans are a wonderful production play and almost certainly better than mine, but I really want to stick with the theme, so let's do it. What else do we get? Well, we get their fantastic harbour, right? Increased fortification at the cost of stability, but now we're getting production from our coastal tiles as well, and it counts as a farmer's quarter, a market quarter, and a maker's one, plus we get a fun little elephant to play with. Let's do it. Carthaginians, give it to me. I want it. Brilliant. Okay. 119 live viewers and 48 likes. The maths confuses me a great deal, but it's really awesome to have everybody here. Thanks for tuning in. Like choosing cultures of the same affinity? Yes, Chad. Something I haven't done a lot of. Oh, look at this. Osmosis. We are suffering culturally here. Yeah, suffering a little bit culturally, but not the end of the world. Let's now hook this back up to Bibli Boss, who is suffering a little bit, but we can get our unique harbours online, and man, they are a spicy meatball. Let's get it online maybe in the capital first? No, look at this dreadful harbour here. We need a lot of adjacent ocean tiles, I think, to get true value out of this harbour. So, our lake project, not the best. But, down here, look at this. Plus 15. It's more than the city's got in its entirety. We're going to build it down there on that coastline. Oh, wow. Sarab Dutta, sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. Welcome. Welcome along. It's so good. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you so much for joining as a mini pixel. Really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. Sorry. Right, more of these districts. I think we popped them all down. I am also conscious of the fact that I'm kind of ignoring my wonders a little bit here. There might be a better way, but let's pop down all these districts anyway because they're super fantastic. Might get that one there because we might be able to claim this ocean territory in future, is my thinking. Yeah, pretty happy with those across the board. Up at this outpost as well, we'll buy that with influence. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Why do I have the ability on the YouTube app to make a clip of your live stream? That's something that YouTube added. You can make clips now for channels who choose to enable it. Some channels might disable it if they're keen on, you know, like sort of hoarding and protecting their stuff, but I don't mind, so I just keep it up. Nice content, man. Happy to have found you. Oh, thank you so much. That's brilliant. And thanks to everybody who just liked the video as well. My goal is always to see if I can get the likes to triple digits. If I get triple digits, I have this gleeful, sort of chummy smile on my face for the rest of the day. It's so stupid. We've got slaves as well. I'm not sure if I should have said that quite as enthusiastically as I did. Feels bad, man. +5 food on cities or outposts, or the additional combat strength. Let's go with the +5 food and get some criminal slaves in our empire. Man, growth is slow when you don't choose a food culture at the beginning of the game. Like, it's so slow. Remember to produce some nice emblematic elephant for the memes. Oh, Daniel, you're right. We need the elephants. We need to tidy up these bears as well. Let's queue up some elephants. Although I just have so much to build. It's so much to build. Our production sucks. More food, production on land units, or religious district industry cost. Maybe we do that and get our holy site online as a slight priority. That'll be a good booster for us moving forward. So let's do that. We'll pop it out somewhere that's just not useful, like down there. And then do that as a priority because the plus 50% is pretty useful. I'm also wondering if maybe we deprioritize gold for a few turns and get a couple of extra industrialists here just to speed this up by a little bit. Might be worth it. And we don't mega need the gold either. I mean, we do need it, but we don't mega need it. Look at this. 57 influence to buy this district. I mean, that is just absurd. That's just so stupid. I love it. Plus 15 production on this outpost. This outpost is just insane. The Norse will help you with food if you're going coastal cultures. Good call. Yeah, we can move into that. Upgrade your lakes will give you a ton of food, so don't worry. Another good call, Richard. Yeah. Let's get our religion online. Grab this holy site. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Well, as fast as we can get it online anyway. Here's a 4-strong military of warriors and archers that have now trespassed into my land. That is a little bit problematic. However, I'm saving up quite a bit of gold. Let's wait and see where they go. I've got my little merchant ability as well. Is there anything that I can connect up yet? I don't think so. We'll hold off on that. Where are you headed? Concerning. It's 3:15 AM at Octopus. Get him! Get him! So many Richards. So many Daniels. This army looks to have just trespassed literally for the sake of trespassing, and now they're just going to sit there, which is fine with me, but it might not hurt for us to get our meme elephants online. Let's go mounted warfare in a big way. We'll also get iron as well. Let's try and push through that. We need our science districts too, I'm conscious of, but we've just got our holy site online, which I think is going to be quite big for us because we're falling behind a bit. Look at this. We're massively falling behind culturally and religiously from our neighbor, which may... That's right, Richard. That's right. It's too hot to handle. Right. I'm becoming more concerned about this playthrough the more we play through it, to be honest. Wondering if it's worth having this as a city, not a mega city for Bibliboss. Let's try it. We can always merge them later, but I'm going to try and just have this as a different city, just because the city tile itself is quite useful. And this place is mega this place is mega everything. Look at this. Amazing. Get plus 6 gold and start producing quite a lot of gold. But I think we'll just get the little influence dude online. Let's buy that outright. Get a little bit of gold action going on over here. I'm not against having a few of these quarters online. There's a plus 8. We'll invest in them now. It's kind of like investing in our future. Right? We're investing in our future. We'd love the commons quarter as well. I think that would be quite a goer for us. Let's get the plus 1 money on harbour there too. Make a nice little harbour settlement. I like it a lot. Is there a way to keep one civ, or do you swap? Yes, you can. Yep, you can just transcend, Ian, within the current culture that you're playing as, and keep it forever, which is really nice. Really nice. So we can increase our city cap and get a bit of extra stability, or plus 25 stability on the capital city, and a bit of extra range and stuff. Let's do that. I don't usually do that. And that's kind of fun. Let's give it a whirl and buy out these districts as we can as well, just to speed them up a bit. Super useful for us so that we can then start building a military down the line, hopefully. And we have a little bit of an event here in Carthage. I think it would be very useful to get forced labor there while it's doing what it needs to do. Its stability is a little bit low, but not the end of the world. It does also need a little bit more food, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. No, they don't, Shinny. They don't. They don't show their total yield, which is kind of annoying. They give more than what you would expect in many cases, because of the way that lots of upgrades work throughout the game. Lots of upgrades work throughout the game, so yeah. Yeah, unfortunately they're not super forthcoming with their intel, which is such a shame. Hey, thanks to the people who've subscribed while I've been streaming as well. I see you, and I appreciate you. I see you. Okay. My merchant thing keeps pinging up here, but I have nothing to do with it. Go with the Olmecs, I reckon, Chad. Either are good picks, but go with the Olmecs first, because you get some food with them as well, so that'll put you in a really good starting position. The one downside to the Chow, I don't know how to say, what is this? Oh, yikes. Strong when fighting from high ground or in fortified positions. Okay. We're nearly through these. Oh, that is a bit of a yikes. What combat strength do they have? 29! Holy moly! What have I nearly got? Swordsman. Okay, we might be able to get some swordsmen online if we just save up a bit of gold and hold off, because here they go again, trespassing into my lands. This time, a much stronger force than what was trespassing last time. Let's get these... Oh, actually, hold on. Can I use my merchant ability? Yes. So I'll use my cultural affinity up the top here to instantly improve that iron. That'll save me a little bit of time. And now in Bibliboss we can get swordsmen, which are 26 combat strength. Sure. Let's get 3 swordsmen and 2 archers as soon as this district is done. I'm actually tempted to deprioritize it for a minute, so I'm going to do just that. And then we'll fang it in again, probably here, like I say. But let's get these units online first. Do I want to even speed through them? I don't need to yet. I don't, and the reason why I'm not going to do it immediately is because when we build them, of course, we lose a population from Bibliboss, right? It's going to cost me 230 gold in 1 pop. So I'm going to hold off as long as I can. Hopefully they don't come down here and ransack that territory. That would be a bit of a kick in the face. Definitely the smartest move for them to do as well. So let's hope that they're stupid. Let's hope that they don't do that. This game needs pirates. Oh, man. Do you think? I agree with Daniel. Very fun. It's pronounced tsa. Thank you. Like TS, like tsu, I assume. Like Japanese, like tsu, right? I assume so. Okay, we're pumping out our units. We might be able to get a fun little conflict going on here, actually. Of course, it's costing us a lot of population out of Bibliboss, but not the end of the world because it is growing relatively quickly. It'll also help raise its stability, losing its pop, so it's not the end of the world. We're not quite as strong as them, of course, so we will need to outnumber them. Probably 6 units would be ideal. Oh, this is great. Let's get the extra production on units in Bibliboss so that we can really pump out a bit more of a standing army. It might not hurt also to get a boat just so we can start exploring the coast. So let's queue up one of them, but not before I get some additional archers, I think. 3 more archers should do. Then we'll have 3 warriors and 3 archers. And if we jump up onto this high ground, we might be able to trigger a pretty good fight if they hold here on this copper, which it looks like they're going to do. You can drag and drop in the building queue. Yes, you can. I don't think you lose the production anyway, though, do you? Or maybe you do. Maybe I balls that up. in future, always drag and drop. Always! What's going on here? Why are you taking infinite turns? Cannot be done without an available spawn point. Ah, this army is full. Alright, out you go. Next army. And we've got patriotic, so we could go for even more production. But I think this time, let's go combat strength. Get these units down this way. Supported by this archer. Brilliant. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We can speed through that district and Bibli boss. That is fantastic. And we should probably start getting to work on some production as well. We're going to need some industrial districts somewhere. So let's get a couple around Bibli boss, I think. Maybe one or two. Let's buy the Byreme as well. There's a boat. Hallelujah! Let's set it on Auto Explore and send it out into the world and see if we can find the new world, which would be really beneficial for us. We can shift back to the center and lose our combat strength, or we can go even further to the right and get vision range and detection range, but also that massive bonus to unit production. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need either of these, so I'm just going to hold off on army composition until we actually, until it desperately becomes an issue that we can't avoid. But at the minute, that's not what it is, so that's fine. Check your religion screen. Yeah, we're not doing so hot. We're not doing so hot. The event that gives +7 combat would be great. You're right. That would be so good. However, we're actually in a pretty good spot here. I'm quite happy with this. Let's get our archers positioned up on the hill and bring our main army, which does have one archer in down there to intervene. Carthage is losing a little bit of its stability. Mainly because we don't have the stability... We don't really have the stability anything's unlocked. Is that the end of the world? No. Just trying to think which food upgrade would be most beneficial. +2 food per farmer. Or +1 food per farmer's quarter per adjacent farmer's quarter, +1 food on farmer's quarter. Let's upgrade our farmer's quarters, even though there aren't that many in this city. And is it worth me pumping out animal barns? Nah. Yeah. It'll put us in the positive for growth, which is something. Something small, but something nonetheless. Get +8 food there as well, which is quite nice. We'll pop one of those down. Again, I'm just watching this stability. I don't want it to fall below that crucial bottom threshold. Rest in peace, no religion. Well, if we can overthrow these guys, we can take theirs. So there's one option. We have options, but you're right. At the minute, our religious prospects aren't great. This battle should be kind of... Oof. It is not. Maybe we get a fort, which is actually not terrible along this sort of border region. Let's move one in there. 7 turns! Our production is so garbage. We needed the Mayans. Let's connect all of these archers together and have just a completely separate division for them. What we'd also love is some war elephants. How is that going? So slowly. Oh, this is killer. This is a killer start. Got my merchant ability unlocked again. Is there anything that I can build it on? No. How are our Aerostars doing? Actually, what's going to happen is we're going to get like 10 at once. As I nearly knock over my coffee. Imagine this with the coast, with +1 coastal tenant. I know. Oh. Do we want +1 trader slot on cities and an additional +5% money? Yeah, let's go down the money route. It's too late now. We're already in it, so we might as well commit to it, I think. I think we just have to commit at this point. So let's do just that. They don't require horses. Those elephants are crazy. What kind of elephants do you know that require horses? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, elephants are good. Elephants are sehr gut. Buyout production, yeah, right? We're going to convert money into gold at this point. Sorry, we're going to convert money into production. That's the game plan once we get it online. Look at this boat just absolutely not exploring, by the way. What are you doing? Please, head around the coast, for goodness sake. Oh, ridiculous. Okay, this city is really struggling for stability now. We don't have any great ways to improve it without civics, so we're just going to have to build some fairly uninspiring fortifications. We'll get one there. It's like a chokehold next to the capital. It could be useful moving forward. We could buy that garrison outright, but probably what's more useful for us here is to get a bit more military strength outright. Right? Let's get 2 extra archers. Boom, boom. And then bring them down from Carthage to connect there, and we should be okay to take these guys out by then. That's pretty good. Even without our elephants, I think we'll be fine. Although we do definitely need our elephants. What do we have here? +1 combat strength. I'll take it. Brilliant. We perhaps should use that to our advantage now. Could be worth buying out that Marcus Quarter, but I might just... Maker's Quarter, but I might just hold off. Because we are so close to our elephants. Let's do that. Run, you little archers! We need you down here, quick, smart. Actually, it would have been useful to have that garrison built, because then they would have appeared right next to the capital, hilariously. Oh, but it is what it is. How are we looking now? I think if we auto-resolve it, we might be able to get the win, but it's so close that I don't want to push it and lose it at the very last minute. That would be absolute heartbreak central. What do we need for these? 2 copper. Are you joking me? Do we have it? No. Do we have trade with our neighbor? Yes, but they only have horses. What the heck? How are they so... Why? Okay, well that's really unfortunate. We're not going to be able to get our elephants, so we'll have to push ahead without them. Doesn't that suck? Like, doesn't that just make you think, really? We couldn't have built these elephants with 1 copper? Like, just 1? Oh my goodness, we don't even have reinforcements. ASM bug, they don't try to annex cities using money. Says one of our Richards. Richard, I hear you, Richard. And yes, you're almost certainly correct. Almost certainly. The AI does have some improvements that it could do. Okay, how are we looking now? I don't think it's taking these guys into account. And because we don't have reinforcements, I'm worried that I won't be able to reinforce them properly. So I will just, again, wait for organized warfare. That seems like a no-brainer, though. Like, that is pretty important. Let's connect that up. And maybe we bring that guy down here. We'll just have 2 armies of 4. Let's send our boat, hopefully, to find the new world. We did find some world there, which I'm a little bit afraid of, to be honest. Here's a border territory that we might be able to claim fairly quick smart. Let's move our way up there. Get all these coastal tiles. And these guys are going to merge together. Brilliant stuff. They're still just standing here on my copper, being the most annoying thing of all time. 2 coppers because you're making bronze elephant golems, you dummy. A mood, Rutra, a mood.
What is being built with those 5 makers' quarters?
Okay, you boat, get up here and find me the new world so that I can expand outwards and upwards. Do we have it? One more turn. Do we want anybody to reinforce in the next turn? Maybe we can get poor man's elephant, which is the scout rider. Feels bad. Feels real bad. Let's just get this guy instead. One more swordsman to add to the mix. Should push us ahead. And I believe, yes, we've got that fort online as well. So these archers will benefit somewhat. It might not hurt, actually, to get a second one down, now that I think about it. Maybe for these guys? Kind of weird placement, but wouldn't hurt, right? Because it's up on a hill as well. It's kind of garbage, though. In fact, that's pretty garbage. Do we need the stability? No, let's not do that. Shall I spend my gold to get this Corsair online instantly? No. I think we need infrastructure, more importantly. Like science. Can I get some science up in here? Food market as well. Fantastic infrastructural upgrade here in the capital. We should also probably get that harbour one too. Let's get both of these upgrades online. I'm not going to expend 10 population to do it, though. I think that's a step too far. Hey, I'm just going to take a real quick break and grab a coffee. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Mateo. I appreciate that. I'll swap you onto the Be Right Back screen, and I won't forget, we've just got Organised Warfare, so when I get back, it's finally time to declare war. See you in a minute. Righto, here we go with the Organised Warfare. Let's do this. And let me just quickly turn my attention to chat. At JumboPixel, please don't forget. Hey, how about that, friend? What else have we got? Reach for the orange player. Maybe they can sell you copper. That is a brilliant idea. You are fantastic. And I love you in every way. Chat is rich today. 2 coppers. Reach the copper player. Where's the explorer? What's the explorer animation glitch exploit? I'm not familiar with that one. Humankind! Oh my goodness, thank you so much! Humankind with the second super chat of the day! Someone hold Mr. Krabs back because he is money bags in a big way. Thanks, my dude, with the $2 super chat donation. Much appreciated, Bruce. Wah! Bruce says, wah. I see you. Humankind, of course, says maybe he'll miss it. I could never... If I missed a super chat, I would never forgive myself. If someone is so kind to give money, even the likes of $2, which is literally just goes to support me, then I'm all for it. So thank you so much. I'll never miss it. Right. We've got our Organised Warfare now. I think we go in here. They don't look super well supported. Their units are pretty good, but let's challenge. This may be a huge mistake. Throw money at them? Should we just throw money at them instead? We'll get you, you'll see. You will not. Right, let's absolutely manual resolve this battle. And get our units on the high ground wherever possible. Or just tuck them back, right? Tuck them back and in. That looks like a pretty good deployment. So let's end that, and then immediately reinforce as many of these guys as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that? Now watch as these 4 reinforced archers lay absolute waste on these enemies. Brilliant. Man, they are tough nuts to crack though. We just put 5 archer volleys in there and only just defeated them. Now with these guys who have got a slight high ground advantage, remembering that this map doesn't have a lot of high ground, I'm going to defend the pair of them, I think. Yeah, defend and hold. You'll see now they have that increased combat strength bonus. It's now their turn. They've left their flag undefended, so we could maybe sneak in and cause some difficulties there. Heck, they actually even are doing less damage than they're giving. Look at that! Look at that! Our supreme range has just absolutely outflanked and outclassed them. Now, our absolute army of archers, all 5 of them volley at this poor immortal unit, taking an absolute beating from all sides. Love to see it. Let's romp through and get the victory. Here, though, I'm going to continue to hold this high ground. Double defense, hoping that they attack into me. I'm also, of course, protecting these archers, right? So there's a lot of extra value in holding these territories. This poor unit is about to fail, but in the nick of time, look what comes through. Raining death from above. The archers. How brilliant. And romp you. You can move through there, which will allow you to move in. And what an absolute sweeping round that was. Woof. Do they even have anything left? Oh no, they're going to come in and get the 1 kill on my poor weak unit. That swordsman did so much as well. What an absolute hero. That's the end of the battle. They're sort of redeploying a bit from their city, but they're just going to come in drips and drabs, so I'm happy to let this battle play out. We'll retreat back to our high ground with these warriors and continue to rain down on them. Oh, man. At least they'll finally be immortal in the afterlife, says Saber. Good call. Good call. I think we need our research quarter online and also irrigation. Really, really particularly important improvements, so let's grab that. This boat, now that it's all the way up here, I may as well explore to north. Yes, brilliant, exactly what I wanted. Here's a territory we can hopefully claim in the vast ocean. I was promised vast ocean! Where is it? We'll nip through to here. There should at least be like oil and uranium on this. This is likely to be quite a profitable land, and one that I'm very keen on taking. Grab that fishmonger and food market upgrade. I like that a lot, actually. Every once in a while, declare peace. It confuses the hell out of your enemies. Good call. Good call, Hunter Horde. Climate changes, man. It evaporated. So true, gamers. So true. Okay, we're back into this battle for turn number 2. Let's position these archers in a way that's a bit more clever, i.e. get them all up onto the high ground, and then just rain down on this enemy. I mean, that's quite silly, isn't it? Look at that. I actually almost don't want to take the flag this round, because I want them to reinforce. So I'm actually just going to pop back this way and defend, and hope that they bring in these troops, because it's just free kills for me. It looks like they're not going to. Can I strike them? No. Let's just defend everybody, see if they try and reinforce. If they're not going to, then we'll just take the flag. They're not going to. Let's just take the flag. And defend, defend, defend. Yeah, they didn't take it. Okay, cool. So that was a sweeping victory. Are you playing on the beta release? No, I'm not playing the new patch. It was a little bit unstable. So I turned that off. I turned that off. But I have tried it. Okay, unfortunately our influence is being overpowered, and we're being forced to either take this legitimacy outpost cost or take a stability penalty. I actually don't mind that though, because I found this new world. So let's do what we do best and grab a let's get a scout here and send them up to the New World and start claiming this land which we've discovered. That's really good. That's really good news for us. Here's a replacement warrior for that last one. I almost think we should push through here and advance on Kerma while they're weak. We don't have our elephants online, but surely we can get them soon if we get that extra... Yeah, surely. Let's queue up the vital infrastructure upgrades. I think we need our production ones as well, so I'm going to grab those. Maybe the stability one too. Just going to queue everything up for Bibliboss, so Bibliboss can do exactly what it's intended to do. And do I have anything to buy out here? No. We'll leave Carthage as is. Carthage is going just fine. Wait a moment, there's land. I was lied to, Ephranon! These mammoths appearing in key walkways is killing me. Oh, the mammoths. I know. They're cheeky, aren't they? They're so cheeky. Okay, let's heal up. And bring these archers down as well. 2 regiments of archers is pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see if this is an island or more. Looks like it's pretty dang decent too. I like that a lot. We're just stable enough in Carthage to be stable. I could buy this outright for 315 gold. I'll do that, just so it can start producing something else, more than anything. And what does it need? Let's have a look at its jobs. It just needs people. People. Really desperately. Let's upgrade its food infrastructure next. Got another event. I don't need the faith generation, it's no good to me. Stability is actually not terrible, but let's go plus 20 science for 10 turns. It should help us catch up on our tech game, which we're falling definitely behind on. I feel like we should probably go to war with these guys after that fight, right? We must have war support. Yeah, we do. Let's also have a look at our crises. Push that demand. And refuse that demand. That will help war support increase a bit, which we like to see. We don't have the technology required to embark yet, which feels a bit bad. Feels bad, man. We also kind of want Imperial power fairly quick smart as well, don't we? +1 city cap, minus 10 on all resource money cost when buying through trade. It's not super wonderful. We'll keep going with philosophy, I think, for the time being. That seems pretty good. And we might need to bring the boat back so we can embark. So let's bring our boat back to base. Get these guys at the ready. Speaking of at the ready, we kind of should probably go to war, right? What do you think? I'll put a poll in the chat. Do we war... Whoops. Do we war with Kerma? Is it kill Kerma, or do we leave them be? I'll post a poll. Let me know. I'll give you a couple of minutes to place a vote if you're active in the chat and looking to influence the structure of this game. We could chop down a forest while we wait. Let's do that. Send a bit of production into Bibliboss. You might as well do it as well. While we wait, we'll spend a couple of turns chopping down some forests. Just to see what happens. Pump a bit of production in here where it desperately needs it. It's so sad to only see it at 13 pop. I usually pick the high growth cultures and I'm at like 50 pop by this point. Vassals pay more than allies. Death. War. Oh my goodness. At the moment, the poll is literally unanimous. 31 votes, and they're all for war. Brilliant stuff. Oh, we're also at 91 likes. Can I get 9 more likes in the chat? Sorry, I hate to ask. But I'm a numbers person, and the 3 digits it really appeals to me at like an innate... Not even just because it's lots of likes and it's good for the video, but just innately, the 3 digits just like makes me feel good. Should we treat them like I'm treating these forests, Bruce? Is that what you're implying? that they're going to go the way of the forest. Oh, thank you so much. Triple digits, I can sleep easy. You guys are awesome. Got our research quarters online as well, so we might want a little research territory. Could even be the one in the north, although we do have a few good research tiles down here, I think, right? Somewhere around here. Let me turn on tile yields. I'm pretty sure we have some science tiles. Yeah, look, we got these geysers, right? These hot springs, rather. So we can get some good sciencey stuff going on down here, which we'll probably do. Okay. The poll was nearly unanimous. 1 minute ago, 48 votes, 94% in favor of war. Looks like that's exactly what we're doing. And to be honest, not mad at that. Right. We really need that embark technology. While we wait, maybe we do head over and discover our friend along this way. Oh, it's just such a long way to go. But we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll give it a whirl. Hey JumboPixel, I'm new here. I'm glad to finally see a Kiwi gamer represented on YouTube. Is your fan base predominantly Kiwi? No, we are by and large Americans. Furia. Almost 50% of my viewer base lives in America. Around 30 or 40% in Europe, and then it's really drips and drabs across Asia and Australasia, Oceania, unfortunately. Although not unfortunately, because actually it's quite cool to have an international audience. And speaking of, an old angry man, or should I say angry old man, with the $5 super chat. And no message. Just a generous $5. Man, that is awesome. Thank you so much. You are fantastic and wonderful in every way. Thank you so much, angry old man, for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. I'm going to end that poll there as well. What a Chad, right? Angry old Chad is what your name should be. Thanks so much. That is awesome. You are awesome. Right, so we're going to declare war. I've just ended the poll at 56 votes. It was 91% in favor of warfare. You guys are the bloodthirstiest bunch of people I know. Oh my god. Stop. Oh, thank you so much. Van Cixel? Van CXL? Van Kixel? I hope I pronounced that properly, but I so appreciate that. Thank you, Van, with the $5 super chat as well. Back to back. Oh, you guys, that's so generous and so awesome. Thank you so much. Honestly, I really appreciate it. And that money is like literally direct support for the channel as well. So it helps me do what I do, which I so appreciate. Thank you, Van. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is this live? You betcha, Zachary. You betcha. The Senate has decided. We woke up and chose violence, says Saber. You absolutely did. Buy the granary upgrade while we can. I think that's worthwhile doing. Our stability is super low here, so let's maybe just go plus 15 stability with that upgrade, just to keep us afloat until we get the Commons Quarter. And, as promised, it is time. What is the formal requirement? 80 war support. I could try and do the formal one. Almost. What are we getting? Plus 3 a turn and we need 14. 5 threes are 15. So in 5 turns we could romp straight in. In 5 turns can I get access to copper? 1, 2, 3. Nearly. It could almost be worth trying to get our elephants. Or maybe we just go now. Let's just go now. Chat has decided and we're going to go with it. Oh my god! Stop it! You're crazy! You're crazy! Oh, Daniel Cripps. £5 as well. Thank you so much. Daniel, you're such a regular here too. You don't have to do that, but I so appreciate you doing it. Daniel Cripps with the £5. Well, as this is happening now. Oh, that's so true. Pilot, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a good rest of your day. More importantly. Oh, man. You guys are insane. I get so, like, pulled into this hype train. It's absurd. Thank you so much for the super chat support. Honestly, I appreciate it more than my stupid words probably convey. I really do appreciate that. Okay, we've got our position on this hill. I think we go to war now while the iron's hot. We're unfortunately at a bit of a bad position here. But let's hold this choke point and really quickly reinforce all these archers, just like we did last time. Out of nowhere, they strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Brilliant. Do I want to push through? I could actually push through and grab the flag immediately, which is pretty dang funny. So let's maybe, instead of defending in place, let's move through. And then also jump to these archers who just can't quite get a strike down. That's fine. We'll defend. Maybe we bring one around to this lowland as well, just in case we need to defend. Just in case we need to defend. Oh my goodness. You absolute madman. Unfortunately, my rural Taranaki internet can't handle the stream. I'll continue to watch your vids. Oh, that's a shame for you, but thanks anyway for coming in. Block a chalk! Did I miss that? Did it even come up on screen? Am I ahead of this? Block a chalk also with the $5 super chat. Holy crap! Am I the only one to see New Zealand dollars? And I think see dollars. Blocker, yes, I bet the alert. Look at me go. Oh, and high game kick. High game kick as well with the $2. $2. Stop it. You guys are insane. I'm going to have a heart attack at this point. $2 Canadian and 5 New Zealand dollars threw into the ring as well to absolutely support these war efforts. Okay, so these swordsmen, they're near the flag. Now we can defend with them. That's the goal here. Want to try and defend. Can I bring these archers in to support? Yes, I can. And they can get a little bit of a plink off, which is super good. Block a chalk and high game kick. The men, the myth, the legends, the absolute legends. Thank you both so much. What kind of combat strength are we dealing with here? Still, okay, now they're at 31. What am I at with all my bonuses? 26. So we're a little bit outclassed, but we've pushed forward to grab the flag. The question is here, do I need to fall back and defend? The answer could be yes. But let's get these archers here anyway. Maybe take that one out. This archer must have vision, right? Yeah, look, they all do. They all do. Let's absolutely rain down fire support from this hill. And is that going to be enough to take out that dude? Not quite. So let's defend. Let's defend. Oh, that's a pretty good attack though. But it's on the high ground, so I'll defend. Oh, a brutal 32 damage on the flag spot there. Because of death, $7 before taxes. A mood, octopus. A mood. Okay, we lost the flag spot, and we lost 2 of our units. That's unfortunate that we're losing so many of our melee units. What we might do here is just nip back into this nice defendable little spot. This guy is unfortunately going to go out in a blaze of glory, so let's do just that. And now, I guess we're left to just rain down on them with our archers. So we're going to have to do just that. We might have to come back with some elephants for round 2 of this war. But for the time being, it's going to be really hard for them to push up on this hill. Okay? Really, really difficult. Can I reinforce while we wait? Absolutely. Let's throw this archer into the front of the queue. Get an archer there. Carthage, much the same. May as well get us another unit. I think probably the swordsman is the better bet for Carthage though. So let's get 2 units online this turn. 2 reinforcements for next time. They're not going to be able to push through here is my fortunate thing. Also got to go. I'm also unfortunately going to go in a blaze of glory. Got to get up in a few hours. Oh, Octopus. I appreciate your efforts nonetheless. Thank you so much for tuning into the chat. Super appreciate you, my dude. Holy moly, all the super chatters. It's like overwhelming. My heart is beating at 1,000,000 minutes a second. Okay, these units. Time to strike. Let's just fight anybody who tries to get close. Right? We just absolutely rain down on them and then defend. They can only really attack me from one tile a turn, so it's a pretty safe strike. They're gonna stay back and defend Kerma, but we don't mind. We don't mind at all, in fact. Let's do the same thing again. Just fire upon the enemy with every archer known to man. Literally just baiting them. I think we can even... Oh, we could nearly move through to the flag again. Interesting. How are my reinforcements coming? They're coming very well. Let's flood them into the battlefield. Bibbly Boss maybe wants to build us a melee dude as well. Could just buy him. Let's just buy him. Yes! And get one more while we're at it, I say. Cool. How's our boat doing? We are on the way to discover copper very slowly, one turn at a time. We will get there. It'll just take time. Right, reinforce another archer and bring it up to the front line. Lovely. Who's left to attack? One archer. Let's bring them down. Let's bring them down a bit. We can maybe move these guys forward and support. Ah, look, they're moving in. They need to defend this flag. That's the tricky spot that we've got them in here. There goes our melee unit in the blink of an eye. But now they've left themselves slightly undefended, and we shall absolutely take advantage of that by raining down on them from atop this hill. Now I'm a bit scared about these archers being here. Not a good spot for them. Might get back up onto that hill. Yeah. This guy is actually our strongest archer unit as well, so it would be a shame to see them lose, but they're not going to. They're fleeing. They're absolutely fleeing. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Because they just can't challenge me on these cliffs. Like, this is really a sight to behold as far as battles go. What a sight! Technologies. I need that Commons Quarter online, I think. So let's get that. And we've got now 2 swordsmen to reinforce. So let's run them down into the battlefield. Go, 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 you beautiful boys. Yes. Love to see it. And I might actually just bring them straight into do not pass go, do not collect $200. Let's wheel these bad boys in and send them down to that flags. Isn't it a really fantastic defensive position, Rutra? Hey, Stage 5 Thor 3, good to see ya. Welcome to the chat. Let's find our copper pals. What technology do I need to embark? I can't remember its name. Could someone let me know in the chat the name for the technology that is required to embark? I know it exists, I just can't think of what it is. And I don't want to spend all game staring at that, at that screen. Right, let's just defend. Look at all of these wonderful archers as well. Starting to get their promotions. Really experienced units. He is going to make a play for this guy, and holy moly, what a play it was. Jeepers. Unfortunately for him, it's left him in a pretty bad spot. Let's get this archer back this way, just so it's nice and protected. And in come the extra land units, and I reckon they're going to make a push straight for the flag here too. We've got 2 of them after all, so might be enough to take it. Let's give it a whirl. We could bring this archer down in this one's place, maybe. We'll try. We'll put this one up on the hill next turn. See how we go. They're going to attack into us with absolutely no luck. Whoa, look at this damage we're doing. I think we've destroyed all their unique units, right? Now they're fighting us with warriors and scouts. This is very good news for us. Very, very good news. Let's bring this unit up here and defend. Now that we've got a little bit of extra wiggle room, I feel comfortable to bring these archers up. Let's fire upon the enemy also like there's no tomorrow. Fire, fire, fire. Wouldn't hurt to bring this one down here too, right? Surely. Can you shoot there? No, you can't. I do really like this defendable spot though, so we might just position up here for the time being. They're gonna again throw themselves into nothing, and there's a fantastic victory. Trade expeditions is the tech for transport galleries. Thank you very much. My ship is not on auto explore going back and forth in the bay. Actually, I turned off auto explore. See? No auto explore, thankfully. Otherwise it was literally just dipping back and forth in that bay earlier in the game. Roland. Which was not ideal. Right. Do we want the extra stability or the production for land and naval units? Let's go the production for land and naval units. Of course, we're just doing infrastructure at the minute. And I can't quite get my elephants, but once we maybe unlock this, we might be able to. I'm going to just beeline straight there and take the rough seas damage, because it'll speed that up by a turn. Do I have any resources to improve? No. And what did you say that tech was? Trade expeditions. Thank you kindly. Let's get trade expeditions maybe as a priority, right? We probably don't need conquest. Let's go trade expeditions first and then backtrack for hydrology, which is super good. We don't quite need citizens though, so I'll allow it. I'll allow it. And let's regroup this army. Let's start them healing. Let's start them ready to move forward into Kerma, I think. It's going to be the big move. We should then actually prioritize building some new troops, even if we can't get our beautiful boys. We're going to need some frontline fodder. So let's move 1, 2 horsemen, and maybe an anti-cav unit as well. In fact, I might buy the spearmen immediately and then get to work on those 2 horsemen. Here's another archer, which we don't have a battalion it can join yet, so we'll hook it up to those guys. Brilliant! What difficulty is this here? We're playing on hard mode. Which name? I'm sorry, Dwarf. I can't quite remember, but it's great to see you in the chat. Nice to see some familiar names. My goodness, how many likes are we at now? You guys are mad this morning. So good to see you all. All the super chatters, all the likers. John, thanks for subscribing too. I see you. I see you and I hear you. It might be time now that we start to pay our army. So, plus 50% money on ransacking and plus 4 combat strength when ransacking. Also some extra food. Or we switch ourselves toward homeland policy. It'll give us plus 1 combat strength and stability on cities that we occupy plus garrison. Let's do that for the extra combat strength and the stability on occupied cities, which could be something that we face moving forward. It really could be. Speaking of, now, let's find these borders. Friends, I need your copper. Won't you trade with me? I desperately need trade partners. I desperately need copper. Please join me. Please. This army now, fairly well fortified. We're actually going to have 3 different armies moving in onto this city, which is brilliant. And I think we'll move in fairly quick smart. Waves and goes back to lurking. Fair enough, John. Thanks for the wave. I appreciate you nonetheless. Lurking is fine with me. Let me say hi first, actually. All good, Dwarf. All good. I don't mind cutting straight to business. Straight to business. Seriously, though. It's all good. And our 3rd army, let's bring them down here. Get them ready to move in. We'll just station them for the time being. No need to claim any of these outposts. It's not like that copper would be used to invade them later. I know, right? They don't even realize, the fools. Okay, we still haven't quite managed to lay eyes on their settlement yet, which is not the end of the world, but kind of disappointing. 1 more unit would have me at 4 armies of 4, which I like a lot. So I'm just going to buy that forge outright, and then maybe can't quite get that unit. Might just hold off and see. I would love to send some more elephants in after all. Might even be able to actually make this our spawn point. Now we're going to spawn right here. Let's also make a naval spawn point. Nah, actually, we'll just leave that for the time being. How are our era stars doing? We've spent far too long in this classical era. We need to get moving on these stars quick smart. I'm a little bit nervous about that. Let's move in. We are at war after all, so there's no need to wait on the borders too long here. right? Let's just move straight in. Keep our armies well connected. Should we go north or south? The age-old question, where's their outpost gonna be? Let's go north. Oh. Unexpected. Okay. Okay. We might be finding 2 players for the price of 1, which I'm absolutely not angry about. Let's keep our archers in the back here. They are all really good troops as well. As far as basic archers go, it would be nice to upgrade them before we headed in here, but we'll do it nonetheless, because look at this crappy strength. Let's maintain the siege here. See if we can get some ballistas or something, and then just roll through Kerma. Religious rights, finally we're getting this. Plus 10 money at the cost of stability, or we can unlock procession, which gives us plus 5% money on outpost, keeps us at that level. I'm going to enact that because I quite like the procession ability, even though I may not really be able to make much use of it, right? We can get plus 10 stability for 60 gold. It's nice to have when you need, like, surge stability. Really nice to have. Look how lowly populated our cities are, though. Oh my goodness. DSXG, first time watching Humankind gameplay, looks amazing. It's a very fun game. Fun. just boating around, minding my own business. There's something cozy about naval civs. You're right, Yoran. It is quite relaxing, isn't it? Let's have a look through here. Okay, brilliant. We've discovered 2 people, and immediately there's a vassal. Classic. Classic! Greeks have 1 die. And the Huns... What the heck?
Here is a proposal to get your heart.
The Huns have gemstone and marble. What about... copper! Hello, copper. Brilliant. Okay, finally, the Huns had the copper that we needed. Now we can finally get our war elephants. Let's queue up 2 of these bad boys. They're going to cost us in terms of our population, which actually probably means we can get rid of that and do some food districts here instead once we've produced them. Plus 10 food for that one. The rest of these aren't mega fantastic around here. Plus 6 isn't terrible. We'll go for the plus 8. And the plus 7. Yeah, let's do that. So once we've got these elephants online, I'm going to absolutely build these farmers districts. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Maybe we get... cancel that. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Bibbly Boss, you're away laughing. I don't know what's going on here. I think I can actually use my merchant ability on other people. Yeah, look at that. I can actually improve other people's things with my merchant ability, which is so funny. Because you could use it and then immediately capture a territory. You also do get some benefit from improving other people's, so it's not the end of the world. Shall we assault this city now? I reckon there's no time like the present, but let me put it to you. Do we want to wait and build up our battering rams, or should we strike while the iron's hot? Let's put it to a poll. This one will be a quick one again. I want to know, do you think I should strike immediately, i.e. do not pass go, do not collect $200, or do we need to hold, siege, and strike? What do you reckon? Either way, there's probably just sort of 5 turns in it, but I'm keen to know, is it worth waiting for the battering rams? What do you think in chat? Hunter Quarters no more. Now I'm friends with the Chad War Elephant. I love the early game, but it's kind of disappointing to know that when I get medieval start, I start snowballing and the game stops. Also, I hear you, Mr. Chair, about you sort of learn some things that need to be improved. You're right. 50 hours with it, you do start to learn. Patronage and manufacturers are completely overpowered. Oh, yes, I need patronage, don't I? Because I've got so many opportunities to build those luxurious wonders. Where is patronage? Let's have a look. patronage. I love the search bar, by the way. It's super into the early modern era, so we're a bit behind there. We might need to work on our research quarters a bit, eh? Is the city fortified? Do they have anything in the city? Let's have a look at the siege. They've got 30 defense in their palisades, but that's it. We've got 1 battering ram online already. Plenty more room where that came from. These guys are a little bit aggressive with me, but we're at peace with them, and I think we'll keep the peace with them. My boat now can probably head back this way to the New World, so let's sail it back across. Do we have our cargo ships? Not quite yet. That's all good. All good. How are my elephants going? 3 turns away. Brilliant. Brilliant. We may not even need to wait for the elephants. The balance bar you could auto-resolve with any major casualties. Oh, Sultan, I don't trust the auto-resolve at all. We've got 2 battering rams. This pole much closer. Nearly an even split. Interesting. Very interesting. I think we'll just hold the siege just for a minute, just to really improve our chances. We're nearly through into the next era as well, which is so good. Finally. Finally. Do we want +2 vision or +10 science at the cost of money? Let's go +10 science. We can most certainly afford the monetary costs. Speaking of, I'll burst through that elephant, speed that up by a turn with some gold. Where did it spawn? Here it is. You go, you beautiful elephant, you. Fantastic. And I think this siege now, we've got 3 battering rams. I'm going to end the poll. 50 votes. It was a 56% vote to strike. And I will just manual resolve my deployment more than anything. Actually, I don't really even need to. Let's strike while the iron's hot. Strike. Strike them down where they now stand. They shall rue the day they even tried to fight me. Let's reinforce as many of these units as we can as well. It's a bit of a cramped battlefield, so it would be nice if we could spill out to the right there too. As you can see, it is actually very cramped. Thankfully, we have a fair amount of open space here, though. Like, it's not terrible. Do I dare embark? I think I do, actually. Just to try and get as much space as possible. It'd take us 4 turns to get around there, though, so we might just hold this unit in place. It can't strike because of the land. I guess we could... Nah. We could auto-resolve, actually. We're pretty strong, aren't we? We're pretty strong. Maybe I am willing to risk it after saying no. Alright, let's see what it does. We'll watch it play out, just in case I need to quickly manually take control. But it looks like they've got literally 2 units. So let's just let the bombardment roll over them here. Holy moly. I mean, what a cakewalk. If I manually resolved it, I could ensure that I don't lose any units, but I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters. Yeah, absolutely brutalized, and we've taken Kerma. We've also finally got the stars we needed. So, next up in this meme fest, the Franks are fantastic, and we could really use their science. The Khmer, their production is insane. The English as well, +7 food per number of territories. Really great for the big city. But we have to take the Norsemen, I think, right? Norsemen, +3% naval movement speed and 2 on units, plus the Nast. +5 food per adjacent coastal water, +5 food per lake, +50 money from ransacking, +1 farmer's slot. We have to go with it. We have to stick with these cultures. Let's jump into the Norsemen for our next one. And the cultural blessing civic, we could go quite extreme. on the fighting or get some more influence on our main plazas and administrative centers in favor of stability, I think we will go for multiculturalism now and bring ourselves back into the center, keep ourselves stable. Did we wipe out these guys? I feel like we must have, right? Look at this, they only had this one super city here and they were absolutely pinned in on this relatively small map. Love to see it. Love to see it. Their war support is rapidly decreasing now that we've got that victory too. Brilliant stuff. Vikings to the Huns. The Norse, you betcha. Holy moly, look at everybody tuning in live. Thank you so much. Oh no! And I nearly missed this alert, so I'm just going to replay it. Angry Old Man. The $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He said, wait for your elephants. More fun to kill with them. And I agree, it absolutely would have been. It absolutely would have been. But instead, I've romped out the victory. This elephant didn't even get a go. However, there are more targets where that came from. I think we send it over onto this side of the world. Maybe we can take a vassal of our own moving forward. There are options at play here, Angry Old Man. Rest assured there are options at play. Thank you so much for the other super chat. My goodness. And here we have it. Here's our absolute victory. Let's take all of their territories. We don't want them to become a vassal. We're just going to take it. Let's force their surrender. Brilliant. And Kerma is now ours. It's not overly stable, but it's pretty dang good. Let's immediately buy the stability upgrade, and it will surge up to 70 stability. No trouble at all. A new city connected to our empire. Brilliant. And now we control this home continent, except for some of these weird little island territories. This, by the way, was kind of what I envisioned the whole map would be like, so it's interesting to see it. Let's bring our armies over to this never eat soggy wheat bix. Let's bring our armies over to the eastern front now, as we get ready perhaps for a new strike. While the iron's hot, but with the added benefit of some elephants to boot. This poor boat is about to go down in a blaze of glory. Sorry. Sorry, Byrene. Feels bad. And let's get over to the new world as well. It's time to explore basically across the board. Basically across the board. Cool. Right. Kerma, our new city. It's time to get our Naust online for a whopping 36 food. And that's just in Kerma, which isn't even somewhere that's really built around this. I'll throw my gold at that public fountain so that I can get building this Naust. Here's one for 34 food. That's pretty good. Do I want to try and get some adjacencies here in the coast, though? Nah, let's just go where the iron's hot, shall we? 34 food. That's a whomper of a district. Get that up in Carthage. Down here in Bibliboss is where the real money can probably be made, though. Right? 31 food if we pop it out there. Quite a lot of food in here too, though. 29. And we can start getting these tiles to be insane. Let's do that and get a nice little thing going in the middle here. But there's more where that came from, right? We're not over yet. If we merge Kerma and Bibliboss, this ocean territory will become insanely powerful. So I'm going to build that Naust there. And then we have a reasonable territory down here as well. There's another food. Let's jump these districts ahead of our food ones that we had planned. But we'll keep building that elephant. This is going to be fantastic. And this is where the scalability will come in. Bibliboss. Can't quite super merge with anyone yet because we don't have the civic technology required for it. Let me take a look at you. Oh, and look at that. Look at that glitchy animation. The Achaemenid Persians have fallen to us. Let me have a look at you in chat. Now you have time to give them back to the city to use the elephants on them later. Too true. Too true. Actually, is it worth maybe disbanding a couple of these? Maybe it's worth giving back a little bit of pop back to the city. I like that a lot. Let's disband 2 units. back into Bibliboss. Help it grow. Essentially swapping out some people for some elephants is what we're doing. So that'll be good for Bibliboss. That'll be really good for it. Kerma's looking fine. Carthage is looking fine. Pretty happy with that across the board. That's great. Our stability's like all good. Struggling just slightly in Kerma. But once we get our Commons Quarter online, that should be fine. And as I say, let's get to this new world. Look at this juicy, juicy new world. Is there a reason not to grab that Bibliboss Science Osmosis event on the city banner? Nope. Let's grab the research boost. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I actually didn't notice it sitting there, so I appreciate you. I appreciate you pointing that out, Jordan. Much appreciated. A small food deficit, you can put 3 or 4 markers quarters around it. That would be huge. Something to think about with the harbour placement is adjacency with the market quarters. Yes. Yeah, well, so they have a wonderful adjacency with really every quarter, right? Which is pretty cool. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We need to start working on those adjacencies as well. Really strengthen them out. These districts here, potentially very powerful moving forward. Very powerful if we can get down and around them. So we might move toward that as a priority. Also, though, I'm pretty conscious of the fact that we don't really have any research quarters down. And there are some prime locations down here to get them. So let's queue up a few of these. We can handle it in terms of the stability, so it's not the end of the world. Might get 1, 2, 3 down here and have this as a little research capital. I think that's good. Here's our elephant ready to embark. We'll just fortify there along that corner. I like that a lot. And let's end that turn. Hey, Gareth. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Use the pops to make elephant. The elephant's really just a couple of dudes standing next to each other under a bedsheet. The classic, right? The classic. And look! We actually have a religion! I'm just going to quickly take a 2-second break and grab some water, so I'll just throw you onto the BRB screen. It will really be a quick one, though. Let me know what tenant you think I should grab in the chat, and I'll choose the one that you guys think. I'll be right back. Alright, so, fun fact, by the way. Yay, we've got a religion. I totally agree. In my religion video, a few people commented and they were like, don't you know it's tenant, not tenant? And I was like, yes, I know. I just happen to pronounce these words very similarly. For those wondering, it's the distinction between T-E-N-E-T, which I've just put in the chat, and T-E-N-A-N-T, as in a tenant of a property. As it would have it, I kind of say the same thing. So, sorry about that, if that's making you want to rip your dick off in rage. Nah, we have a religion. Wonderful. Coastal food. Yeah. +5 money on luxury resources. +2 food on coastal water and lake, right? It's got to be. Dwarf, I think you're so right. Struggling on nation difficulty at normal speed. Any tips? General gameplay tips. I'm working on a video for some general gameplay tips. I do have a top 10 tips, and all of those would be useful for you. It depends what part of the game you're at as well, pow. If you're at the very early game, then get out there and land grab as fast as you can. Get as much influence as you can and grab all the territories. If you're moving through into the period where I am, let's grab this, by the way, because this is nutso. +2 food on coastal tiles. Whammo. Then maybe something else. Still on BRB Love, says Bill Nye the Science Guy. I see you. Land grab. Game screen's really small. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Still on BRB, love. Thanks, Bill. Thank you, everybody. Sorry. Well, I gas bagged away about nothing. Land rights. Plus 10 food per number of attached territories. Or allows to claim, attach, and merge with money instead of influence. That ability is really strong. But I do like the plus 10% food. But let's go inherited land, because I want to be able to use money instead of influence to start merging these things. How are our coastal tiles looking now? Yeah, they're looking super fruitful. Look at them. They're all getting at least plus 3 food now. Our land looks absolutely crap in comparison to the sea. And this is kind of where I wanted this game to go, so I'm pretty happy that that's actually starting to happen. That's really good. That's really good. Make sure all these guys are all healed up and ready to roll. And let's merge these elephants together too. Brilliant. Now we're a militarist, which is a little fun change of pace for us. We don't really need to levy these iron reserves anytime soon though, do we? It is really hard to give specific advice without knowing the game, yeah. Without knowing, like, exactly, like, where you are and what sort of culture you're playing. Here's our new world, so let's get a little bit of an advantage, see what we can do. Inherited land is weird, but I like the... Wow! Silver, plus 2% science per silver on research quarters. Jeepers. Lead as well, more science. This is a fantastic spot we've just stumbled upon. Yes. And we might just go high production as well, and then just hook it up to Carthage. Probably the play, right? These guys need to be upgraded technologically, except for our elephants, which are really good. They also have the trample ability, which is so fun. Stronger when attacking weaker units. They just roll all over them. Yeah, Science Island, I think you're in. I think this is going to be Science Island. I'll rename it that so I remember. God, I love silver. Plus 2 flat science. Yeah, Patrick. Isn't it powerful? Isn't it so strong? Give me that imperial power as well. Because we really need to scale up our science, and I think this island is going to help us do just that. Let's just have a quick look here in case... Oh man, look, another! Holy moly! This is strategic resource freaking central. Let's go... I don't think we're going to get a lot more food from the land, but we don't need it from the land because we have the sea. So let's just go full production here, full industry, and it looks like I can get 16 if I pop out here. So I'm absolutely doing that. Whammo. There's an expansionist era start as well for this territory. Brilliant. And what have we got? Religious tolerance. Move towards food or combat strength adds an additional grievance around religion and plus 5 faith on territories. Or we could go for the plus 5 influence on territories with the state religion. I actually think we'll probably go religious hostility here. Because our faith game kind of sucked in the beginning, but now that we've hoovered up this religion, we've merged our cultures and our religions. Have a look at this screen now. Have a look at this screen now. We are absolutely away laughing. We need one more follower to get the next tenant. Swallowing Kerma was probably the best move we could have ever made. Like, the value of buying those military units and taking that is just absurd. Just absolutely absurd, because now we have a homogenous culture, we have a homogenous religion. Our coastal tiles, need I remind you, are just absurd already at plus 3 food for every single one. These adjacencies are going to get nuts down here too. We've got 2 unknown resources there. And yes, like you say, One Ma, I reckon there's probably going to be at least 1 uranium and 1 oil up here. So this land is super duper valuable. Can upgrade this unit to a horseman. Probably don't need to right now. I reckon we keep exploring up here, actually. I reckon we do just that. And Stephen Barlett joined not the mini pixels, but the jumbo pixels. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you so much for your support. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did make some very slight changes. Regular viewers may notice. Some very slight changes to the alerts. I've just made them bigger as well, but I've also centered them and added my face to them, which I thought was kind of fun. And a little support message in there as well for the channel members one. Thanks, Stephen, and welcome aboard. Do join our Discord, by the way. Have a look on the channel, the YouTube channel's community page, and you'll see a post from me with an invite link to the members Discord. Jump on in and say hello. Likewise to any other new members who joined today. I know we had one new member earlier too. Make sure you join us and say hello. I'd really wanted to see another island connected to this. The question is, do we go left or right? What should I look for when founding a new outpost? Industry or food? Bobo, my advice, and it's the same advice that I articulated in my tips video. The number of industry directly impacts how quickly the territory comes online. So if you go, it takes 35 over 7. So if you go for at least 7 production, that outpost will be online in 5 turns. That's my baseline. I like to go for 7. Food, lots of food is obviously ideal, but if you're planning on connecting the outpost to another city, then it might be more beneficial for you to say, like, I don't need food, I only need production. So this one, for example, I was totally happy to go with 16 production to get this outpost online fast, also allowing me, of course, to use my influence to buy these improvements. Look at this. What an amazing spread of influence. We just hooked up a silver, a lead, and our harbour. Right? Super powerful. But anyway, what I was saying was, seeing as I'm planning on attaching this, like so, to Carthage, I don't mind so much what its individual yields are, because Carthage can kind of make up for it. What kind of stability penalty will we take if we connect these, is my fear. Let's build Carthage's harbour outright, and then hook it up with 360 gold. That's a massive stability penalty. I don't quite have my commons quarters online either. So stability is a little bit hard for us to muster. What we can do is use this procession. I've loved learning Humankind via your vids. Oh, thanks, Stephen. I appreciate you showing your support in that really, like, physical way. So thank you so much. I'm going to expel one population to speed up that speed as well. And then maybe we get working on our next holy site. Seeing as we've got a religion now, there is actually some value in these. So let's pop that down. And throw Kerma and Carthage on it to get it done. Maybe keep the capital off it, because it needs to build its districts. I like that a lot. Yep. And so as you can see now, Carthage has absorbed this territory. And so now it's one super city. One super Carthage city. Like no others. Also got Bibliboss, which is doing just fine for stability, so we can leave that as is. And Kerma is really struggling, though. We need to build stability here in Kerma. Let's get its aqueduct as a priority, I think. And this poor scout. I want to try and stick it to the coastal tiles where I can. Stick it to the coastal tiles. So I'm going to move it up this way. Maybe we get lucky. We've got the Unbelievers Civic, which allows us to banish Pop at the cost of stability, or start Inquisition. Sacrifices a Pop to increase stability. I like these things, but I don't like losing the base stability from them, so I'm gonna just hold off for the time being. Remember to improve silver and lead with influence before you join. Yes, one step ahead of you, but a great tip nonetheless. Don't connect up until you spend your influence on those really powerful improvements that are so cheap to buy with influence as well, right? Like literally a turn. Dude, the YouTube algorithm is hosing you. You've got some good Humankind content, but I've never seen you in search. I just found you because you're live. Oh, that's such a shame, angry old man. It's such a shame you haven't seen me in search. See, of course, because when I test the search, I'm everywhere, but it's probably because that's my channel, right? Oh, that's a shame. I'd hoped the algorithm might have been being slightly kinder to me these days, but apparently not. Ah, c'est la vie. It doesn't look like there's another island here, so maybe we skip over the other side, see if we go that way instead. Oh, wow! Holy crap, you guys are on fire today! I'm never gonna stop streaming. Dwarfalicious also joins the channel as a regular member and contributor. Wish I knew this was a thing earlier. Yeah, I don't like promote it outside of the streams. Like, I only really talk about it if someone joins it, because I don't want to be that guy who's like, give me $5 a month. I want it to be something that people do because they want to support me, not because I'm like shoving it down their throat, you know? Join me, super chat to me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. But I really appreciate you doing it. Thank you so much, and welcome, Dwarfalicious, to the channel membership. A small $5 or $6 contribution that you can make to me to support me. I appreciate it a lot. Can you move an army to your cities to improve their stability? Yes, garrison strength. Should definitely do that. This is kind of interesting here. +2 faith per territory, but crucially +1 science per researcher, or +1 science per number of trade routes on a city. And +5% science. I think we go probably that one once we can get it, right? We probably want foreign innovations. I love all your videos that you've been pumping out. Thank you. My pleasure. I'm glad you enjoy them. That's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. When people say pumping out, I feel like there's a negative annotation. Not saying that's what you mean, but, you know, there's sort of a negative, like, pumping out videos. Like, are they just garbage? And I often fear, like, do people think I'm just pumping out garbage? I hope not, because I work really hard to make sure that they're accurate and interesting. And I hope that that comes through. Let's do exactly what you've suggested and station our army in Kerma. Hopefully we can try and improve some stability there. Yeah, that's looking good. We could also do one of these when we get the chance. Pumping out as in working hard. I'd hope that's what you meant. I'd hope that was what you meant. But it is always tricky. People are like, man, you're pumping out videos. I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. 900 gold to get our district online. Absolutely. Look at how fast we are growing. Holy moly, Jeepers Creepers, we're scaling now. In fact, we're scaling so quickly, I don't know if we even need to build all these. I feel like maybe we can ditch 2 of those and go for our science ones a little quicker, right? You see units boost stability, 5 stability per unit. Yeah, the garrison units are pretty strong, eh? I should have these absolutely back in base. Good call. Pumping out like Arnold pumped iron. A mood. Right, let's station those guys there. We may as well station the extra one too while we're at it. I'm going to keep these guys on the border though, because I am interested in taking a couple of these border territories at the very least. This unit's ready to disembark. Let's see what it can do. Hope and pray. Hope and pray it does justice. Hope and pray it does justice. Oh man! Stage! 541, a regular chatter, has now committed and taken the big leap into the mini pixels. Thanks so much for joining the channel as a membership and agreeing to give me $2.99 a month to help me do what I do. I really appreciate that, and it genuinely is helping me do what I do. Like I say, we're in lockdown at the moment, but I've also taken a 2-week break from my normal full-time job to focus on YouTube full-time. You might have noticed more content from me than normal, those of you who have been around for a while. That's for a reason, and it's because I'm committing. So I appreciate you committing to me. Thank you so much, Stage, and everyone who's joined as a member. Awesome to see you, and like I say, do join our members-only Discord. A very kind member by the name of Adam is helping me set it up and make it so that it's a proper Discord. So there'll also be some more benefits from you, which is a nice way for me to just throw something back at you. Blocker Chalk, nice to see you still in chat. Thanks for putting in the hard yards. Speaking of hard yards, this unit is really struggling, but I see coastal land. You know what that means, folks. More territories. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Let's see what we've found. Likewise, we have some really tasty things here, actually. You know, We're getting so many followers to the faith. I don't think I even need that plus faith. It's tempting. The plus 100 gold is nothing. We're making 300 per turn. Let's go with the plus 10% science. Was that a percentage? Oh, it wasn't, but it was plus 15, so we'll take it. How much science are we actually getting at the minute? Almost none. Holy moly, our science production is garbage this game. It is so bad. But on the bright side, our super duper religion is being upgraded as we speak. What do I want this time? Plus 5% science on research quarters could be useful as we look to scale science. Civic cost reductions are really powerful too. Don't sleep on that one if you're thinking, what should I do? I don't need the war support right now. The money is tempting, but we're so wealthy already. We're so wealthy already. Plus 5 stability on garrisons, we don't mega need. Or plus 5 food on our harbours. Should we double down? Let's double down. Daniel's so close to 6k subs. I wondered, because yesterday I randomly lost 150 subscribers from my end, but when I look at the channel publicly, they're still there. So for you, Daniel, we are close, but on my end, there are 150 less than what you can see. And I'm not sure how that's happened. YouTube might have been like, stuff this guy. Let's improve our harbours, because that's hilarious. A shitload of food, right? Get some libraries. Yeah, actually, let's do that. I know, a little bit disappointing. I'm hoping that it's just a glitch with the numbers, and that 150 people who subscribed haven't actually been removed. You hear about that happening from time to time in YouTube. Very rare, to be fair, but it does happen from time to time, and I hope that that hasn't happened. If it has, and you're out there right now thinking, I thought I subscribed to this guy and I didn't, YouTube kicked you off, and I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, I super appreciate all the support that's been going into the channel. All of it. All of it. It's so awesome to see. And so many new members this stream as well. Thanks, you guys. We've also discovered a wonder, which makes this territory even more valuable. Let's get our claim down. Again, I'd like to find somewhere productive. We don't need the food, because look at how much food our coastal tiles are giving. They're giving so much food, I don't need this land. I just do not need this land. So, let's jump in. Yeah, here we go. This is what I want. I want this productive... Yeah, 16. Ooh. Ooh, it's a big one too. Let's pop that down, 616. I can get it down this turn. You'll notice, see, it's always 35 production for an outpost. So the fact that I've gone on to this one means I'm getting it up so quickly. YouTube recently did a sweep of inactive subscribers, saw a few folks I'm subscribed to make community posts. Ah, thank you, Patrick. So it might have just been out with the old and with the new. Fun fact, my channel has actually existed for 5 years, but it sat dormant with basically no videos on about 600 subscribers for almost all of that time, except for this year when I started making videos again and doubling down. So I suspect... if Patrick, what you're saying is right, then probably what's happened is a whole load of those initial subscribers who subscribed to me years ago when I first posted a Civ 5 video may have been moved along. And you know what? That's not a bad thing, because the sub number isn't everything. And I would way rather have people like the 115 of you who are watching this now, or indeed the thousands of you who will watch the VOD afterwards, as active subscribers rather than those passive ones. So I say, out with the old and with the new. If they've been cleared and they weren't active, so be it. Thank you for letting me know, Patrick. I didn't see other people posting, but I should maybe check on Twitter. I often have some engagements with other YouTubers and some good engagements with other YouTubers and subs on Twitter, so I should probably check there and see if other people have been suffering as well. Holy moly, lots of people have subscribed during this live stream. Welcome along. Welcome along. Troy, most recently. Nice to see you, Troy. Let's keep exploring with this unit, because it looks like there's actually... Oh my god! Are you joking me? We're still making discoveries! Oh, this is awesome. Another territory down immediately, surely. Let's plop it down right there. Get these outposts online and then use our influence to quickly connect as many... Look at this. The world continues. Oh, this is going to be nuts. This game is going to be nuts. You might be spouting nonsense, but saw a couple of... Nah. That makes sense. YouTube is known to do that from time to time. And so that makes a lot of sense, Patrick. Unfortunately, it was about 150 subs. Hella loving this game and loving your vids about it. Thank you, Troy. That's so nice to hear. It is really reassuring. You have New World in this game. Yes. I didn't turn New World off, and I think Angry Old Man, the most generous Angry Old Man I know, by the way, I think that's what we're dealing with here. The Huns would like a non-aggression pact. We'll counter the offer. They've refused it. That's fine. Their war support is massive, but so is ours. Thanks to us being a militarist, we're like, we do not trust them as far as we could throw them, and it's not very far because they're big boys. My man found the New World in the medieval era. Yeah, we're ahead of schedule. We're ahead of schedule, and we have this. The Commons Quarter, and another star. I'm not even focusing on my stars. I'm so excited about this New World. Imagine all of the harbours we can get online here. Like, how juicy is this gonna be? Woof. Okay, this territory is online already. 66 influence to get a nast. Very good. Thinking about future adjacency bonuses, but also where's my coastal land at? I'm going to put it here. And actually it might be worth moving this outpost somewhere crappy so that I can get districts down near it immediately. We'll see. We'll see how we go. We'll probably make a mega city out of the New World as well. So we'll wait on that. Kerma can get one of our uniques down. 47 food. 47. And I'm just going to buy it outright. That's a huge food boost for this tiny little territory. Which we should probably hook up to Kerma, actually. Let's just buff its stability and, crucially, get these commons quarters down. Look at that. 20 stability. Let's get a couple of these down to future-proof ourselves. There's a plus 25. Do I want to build it over an existing farmer's quarter? Maybe not. Let's put it there. 3 of those bad boys down is going to keep us stable forever in Kerma. So I think we'll... Yeah, okay, cool. I think we're happy to go with that. Kerma's got its own wee city going. Bibli Boss is fairly well attached. We can't merge cities yet. We could expel the entire population of Carthage to complete that wonder. I don't think we'll do that. Oh yeah, and these guys, more territory. The second quarter is now overlapping of farmers. What do you mean, dwarf? Just take all the fish? Finding the New World is the reason to pick Norse. Not ahead of schedule. They did find it before Europeans. Oh, you're so right. My stupid worldview is getting in the way. Absolutely right. We'll probably just establish that there. That'll probably do for the time being. And in terms of vital technologies, is there any one thing here that's going to surge me above the rest? +5 money from naval trade and money from harbours? Not terrible. These colony models, though, great for growth. Let's get feudalism next. And then I think... let's get seafaring mastery. That will give us our unique, which we might choose to build, but also that. The hamlet is really powerful as well, but I'm going to get the colony model first and then nip through into hamlet afterwards. Okay, cool. I like our tech direction. YouTube meta stuff aside, love your videos. Thanks, Patrick. Some quick Google tells me it's not a whole website wipe, but if you see 150 subs disappear at once, it's a YouTube purge, expelling the old and bringing in the new. I guess thanks, YouTube. I don't know if I should thank it. It still feels...
sure I understand.
I'm not sure I understand either, Siri. It still feels bad. But let's get a couple of these districts down, future-proof ourselves. There's going to be a great one. And probably there, a good one moving forward as well. I'm ditching that farmer's quarter. I just don't need it. I just do not need it. I need my research quarters, which actually brings me up here to Carthage. Carthage needs stability. Let's do procession, and once it gets its holy site online, it will be fine for stability, actually. So maybe we just say, hey Kerma, hey Bibli Boss, can you jump in for a couple of turns and help us finish this holy site, please? Please. Just got some more fame. Brilliant. I think it was for taking this. I think. I'm not entirely sure at this point. We've got so many territories, it's not even funny. Holy moly. Holy moly. Oh my. Camo Plays. Camo Plays, I see you just subscribed 2 minutes ago. And I also see my excited face pop up on screen. Camo. Sorry, I'm mixing my words. I'm so excited. The yellow super chat gets me going because I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody, what on earth? Camo Plays with the $10 super chat. Camo says, I just recently found you. In fact, you subscribed 2 minutes ago. And absolutely love the content you're making. I really hope the algorithm picks you up soon. You deserve it. Honestly, Camo Plays, I hope so too. To talk back to you a bit here. I hope so, not talk back in a snarky way, although I can be snarky if you want, let me know. I hope so too, but I also really love this moment right now. Right? There's 120 of you watching this stream. Record viewership this stream, by the way. Record likes as well. I don't know if we could make it to 200. That might be a bit ambitious for me, but this is fantastic. Super chatters, members, like this moment right now, honestly, I could live here forever. Yes, I would love to have 10,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. Of course, I would love the extra views and the attention, right, as a self-interested person. But I also really love this right now. This is such a cool phase to be in. Lots of growth, lots of cool people finding the channel like you, Camo Plays, and everyone else. Thank you so much for your support. I really super appreciate it, my dude. Let's get a really powerful commons quarter down there as well to boost up the stability here in Carthage. We should probably get 2, actually. And I'm just thinking, like, where am I likely to build more districts? Because these common quarters get more stability from more adjacent districts. If I build one here, I can get at least 2 more. So that's probably pretty good. Although, actually, moving forward, we're probably going to be building a lot around here. So let's get one up here on Belan. And over here in these territories, we can start improving these. Look at this, okay? Look at this for a minute. I wonder if your dormancy affects the algorithm. Yeah, it probably would have in the early days, Angry. You're right. There were years where the channel did nothing, and that definitely wouldn't have helped it. Small streams are awesome because you can interact with everyone. Exactly, Rutra. I've watched a couple of your videos, realized I wasn't subscribed when I started watching the stream. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Thank you so much. Right, let's get these harbors down and also these resource improvements down for what is really nothing. 58 stability for +3 science per adjacent researchers quarter. That's so good. And also just the innate, the builder stars. This is so powerful. This is such a game-changing tip. I need to include this in my next tip video, don't I? The fact that you can use influence to buy this stuff is absurd, and if you're not doing this, you're letting yourself down. Influence on outposts is just immensely powerful. Look at this, 80 influence. Now you might say it's only +5, but it's going to get a whole lot stronger once I get some districts around it. So it's actually a lot more powerful than it looks. This territory is going to take 2 more turns. That's fine. Let's keep exploring the new world and take more! Absolutely forgot multiple harbours with naval cultures is the thing. Makes +3 food and money on your harbour districts. Infrastructure good. Doesn't it, dwarf? Yeah. Yeah. We are scaling here. And the next era, we can take Venice as well, which I'm super excited about because I love Venice. We need to claim this territory. Why can't we do it? Cannot be done, the territory is not... Oh, we actually already have it. This is one massive territory. Holy moly. Once this is online, we'll be able to connect our first lot of pearls as well. Our first lot of pearls. I see a couple more strategics, which has me excited. This also might be the first game in living memory where I don't have to struggle to try and get uranium toward the end. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if the world was uranium? Wouldn't it be nice? Oh, speaking of, shall we now get a mega religion? What can we get? Interesting. More industry. Not bad. 20 science per alliance. We don't have a lot of alliances and we're not going to get them. So, oh my goodness. Oh, Oh, Van, you shouldn't have. I'm pretty sure this is not your first rodeo, but I really appreciate your super chat. Van Excel or Van Sixel, Van Kixel, sorry about the pronunciation, do let me know if that bothers you. But Van with the $5 super chat, definitely have been trying to watch the videos as they come out as well. Oh, awesome. My pumping out is hopefully not too overwhelming. Can't wait for the Germans, because you've seen them as viable. Never seen them as viable compared to other cultures. What's the contemporary era naval choice? A good question. I know that I'm not sure, actually. I've never even looked at it. +2 money on trade routes? No. +2 influence on commons court? These are actually all kind of garbage, right? The New World's almost always gone before you arrive. Interesting, Dwarf. I agree with Angry Old Man. It's almost always open for the taking for me. These are all pretty garbage. I don't like this third tier at all, to be honest. +2 money per number of trade routes on a city? Is that the best we can get? Let me know in the chat. What do you think? How do things like X-Polytheism become Christianity? No, it's possible. But I never see it in real gameplay. Do you mean like literally like this? Like, is that what you mean? Like how you can literally just rename it? Like Jumbo Lumbo? The religion of Jumbo Lumbo? Oh, man! You guys are nuts! You guys are absolute mad people! Max Colby with the $4.99 super chat. Been watching your videos for a few weeks. Keep making the great content. Oh, thank you. It's so reassuring to hear. And it actually is reassuring because, of course, there are lots of people who are like, you suck. Your videos suck. It's too clickbaity. It's not interesting enough. You're putting me to sleep. I get a lot about my accent. Usually it's just people taking the piss and having a laugh, but sometimes it's like, you suck. So I thank you so much, Max, not only for your $5, but also for the kind words. They're also really impactful. Thank you so much. I don't want negative consequences, so I'm just going to dismiss that bad boy. These guys would like a non-aggression pact. We'll counter it, and they'll refuse, naturally. I wonder if it's worthwhile pushing for a bit of trade, though. We could make a lot more money, right? Oh, you can't rename things if you're playing on the Game Pass. Are you serious? I didn't know that. Your accent's one of the best parts. Oh, Max. Shucks. I blush with my terrible, terrible accent. Oh. Yeah, that's weird. That's really disappointing about the Game Pass version as well. My understanding was it was equal. Yeah, the drop-down menu. I like your accent. Unique among the people I watch. Lots of British accents, not a lot of Kiwis. That's true. And I guess maybe it's similar for you American viewers as well, right? American people here are a dime a dozen. I still don't know what I want to take from this, which is why I keep, like, going out of it, making other decisions and coming back. I'm just going to have to choose it now. We don't have a lot of industry. Let's just upgrade our industry a bit. I feel like that's not bad. Once we get through to tier 4, we can get some pretty fun things as well. Although actually they're all kind of garbage. Oh, plus 50 science on cultural wonders. We'll do that. You can just call me Van. It's mostly spellable gibberish. Okay, great. Thank you. Do you try and keep stability over 90 or does it not matter? No. No, I don't. I try and keep it above that 30%, which you can see I'm not quite above, but now that I've built these commons quarters, we're going to rock it. It really doesn't matter, and once you get the commons quarters online, you should never struggle really again for stability, so long as you just lace them in. Put a commons quarter down, fang some districts around it, you'll be away laughing, is my advice. Bibli Boss is now growing really well as well. Let's invest in its research quarters, and really we should build these pyramids. Right? Why have I not built these pyramids? What the heck? Is it because I don't have anywhere to build them? What about claiming wonders? We're stuck because of these pyramids. I really need to get these pyramids online. Oh, speaking of online though, take a look at this. These territories can now be invested in. Brilliant. Let's connect all of the resources we can see. And do I want to start building a city over here? I reckon I probably do. And I think it's probably this one. Yeah, let's do it. And we'll attach up all of these territories that we've just spent our influence on. Lovely. And probably worthwhile placing a commons called a now, just to preempt the negative stability that's definitely going to come our way. You can see I'm also now above my city cap, so I'm much more likely, once I get feudalism, to pop back here. Let's get rid of those ticks and find something that can give me +1 city cap. There must be something around here. Probably this one, right? Yeah. We'll grab foreign outposts afterwards. Holy moly! Oh, Lord is right, Daniel Cripps. Daniel with the super stickers. I love the super stickers. Daniel with the 10p donation. That's an insane one, by the way, for my New Zealand dollars, because pounds are literally doubled in New Zealand dollars because of how lackluster the New Zealand dollar is in comparison to previous core currencies and existing core currencies like the pound and, of course, the US dollar. Daniel, thank you so much. This is honestly overwhelming. Like, I know I can only say thank you so many times, and it probably just sounds like I'm just saying thanks, and I don't mean it. But, like, holy shit, dude. Thank you so much. No, angry old man, I'm not. I'm someone who's drowning in debt, but right now is feeling super grateful. Super grateful. I'm American. Brits dominate the English language Forex game channels. Yeah, actually, you're right. Just keeping the hype train going. Aww. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. It's honestly so generous. Like, so... You guys are so generous. This is what I mean when I was talking before about the channel being at such a cool spot right now. Like, yes, it would be wonderful to see the channel grow exponentially. But, like, we're a cool little group. And a really generous little group at that. Thank you so much. Applies the subservient on captured cities. Effects +10 money, +10 industry for 10 turns, and a little bit of extra combat strength. Or we can shift back to the middle and get harmonious. I think actually, now that we've got our special quarters, which are producing our stability, we can maybe stretch out a little bit and grab the extra combat strength. So let's just keep that in mind. We can go colonization soon. We're a little low on influence at the minute, but we can do it. Yeah, potato is Irish. Fair enough if you lump that into Britain. I would as well, but maybe that's just my cultural ignorance. But I would say yes, the UK and the US. But you're right, predominantly England and the US. Good call. Good call. Potato is a unique Irish flower. A unique Irish flower. Another accent that is a fantastic accent. Not saying that mine is, because it's not. But the Irish accent is wonderful in every way, shape, or form. Isn't he from the Northern English Territory? Oh, is he from Northern Ireland? Or is he Ireland? An important... Well, I don't want to talk too much about geopolitical differences there. I might just actually not comment. I'm not going to open that powder keg of religious and historical conflicts. I will leave that for now. This unit doesn't like being in the open ocean, but it's finding some discoveries. Look at that! Brilliant. 70 science, which isn't a lot of science, but considering we haven't put any focus on science, it's actually quite a lot. Holy shit. Pardon my French. I've just seen something come through that hasn't showed up on... The alert hasn't showed up yet. But it's actually the most ridiculous alert of the stream. Jackie! Jackie, when is your alert going to show up? Holy moly. Has it shown up? I haven't seen it. I might just have to announce it. I'm not sure if it even came up somehow. Did you guys see that? Jackie, I'm going to thank you regardless. And I'm not sure if it came up, but you get the shout out well and truly. And I'm just going to chuck that in the chat as well. Jackie just upgraded to the megapixels. Now, for those wondering, it hasn't came up yet. What the heck? It didn't come up on stream. I actually don't even see it in the stream labs. It's the alert's not even there. Maybe because, Jackie, you were already a member and you upgraded, but that seems so unfair. Anyway, really quickly, because I don't want to pimp the channel memberships too much, because it's, I'm not here to beg for money. But within the channel memberships, there are mini pixels and jumbo pixels. Those are the ones that I designed for everyone. I think it's like $2 or $5 or something. It's what YouTube recommends. Nice and cheap and easy, because I don't want to put the burden on people. However, somebody did ask me, there is already another megapixel. A while ago, someone was like, can you please put a higher membership tier, because I want to support you a little bit more than five or whatever dollars, and I can't join you in stream. I was like, sure, okay. So I put in these 2 membership options, not thinking anyone would ever pick them, but mainly just for this one person who asked. I put in the megapixels and some other absolutely ridiculous one. And holy moly, Jackie just upgraded to a megapixel. Jackie, you are the second megapixel to ever join the channel. Like I say, there was one other, and it was literally the person who asked for it, and they just asked for it because they were like, I want to give you some extra money, which I super appreciate. That's so generous, by the way. Jackie, thank you so much. I'm sorry the alert didn't come up. I suspect it's because you upgraded, and for some reason there are no alerts for upgrade. But I just want to really say again, for those in the back who missed it, thank you, Jackie, for upgrading to a megapixel! That's an insane upgrade. It's like $35 a month. Jackie, that's nuts. Thank you, Jackie. You're an absolute legend. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say. Stop! I'm gonna have a heart... Whoa! Sorry, I do want to provide also some top tier gameplay. I'm just a little overwhelmed. Thank you, Jackie. That means such a great deal to me, honestly. Like, that is just huge. I'm glad to show you the love. Oh, Jackie. Today is a good day. A good day, indeed. Thank you, Jackie. I need to get this infrastructure in the city, or I need to get the civic required that will allow me to attach it to Bibliboss and create one mega city. That's our other option. Let's sort of forward plan for that a bit here by building a few more of these stability quarters around the place. Yeah, look at that. That's brilliant. That is really brilliant. Lots of stability for us, so that we can start to merge these cities into a mega city when the time allows. Pop that one down there. Maybe also get a couple of makers' quarters around. I think that's pretty good. I'll allow that. We've got a lot of gold. You should probably check the requirements for pyramids. Requirements for pyramids is next to a river. That is why I can't build it, because rivers are off. Do we have a river anywhere? Yeah. I turned rivers off and then picked pyramids, and now I've absolutely played myself. I actually can't see one anywhere. I assumed there would at least be one. You know, like, you turn off rivers, but surely you expect one or two. But I can't see any. Let's have a look. Yeah, I just can't pick it. No. No. I mean, who needs wonders? F in the chat. Been playing this game way too much. I've got like 80 hours. You go, Jackie. You go, you. Okay, well this is ridiculous. That was like the biggest misplay of all time. I'll just get this infrastructure in here now. We don't need that commons quarter yet either, so I can probably like chuck this infrastructure in ahead. Let's buy it. Brilliant. In that turn. I can't get wonders the whole game. Yeah, I may have actually royally stuffed myself. I've missed some great wonders. You're right, Tank. I'm assuming you're talking about wonders and not rivers. I mean, there must be one river! Harappan's unique district counts as the river. Are there Harappans in the game? There are, but they're in the very first culture, so we're too little too late. That is so funny. I'm sorry. But that is so funny. I mean, it's bad, but man, it's funny. Did I really play myself that badly? Oh, we need to claim this territory as well. Let's get another unit out. Something fast and quick. Oh, actually, we've got some here already. Let's just send one of these archers across the way and claim that island. Fanatical on Carthage or some gold. Let's take Fanatical. Have a look at our religious screen. We're absolutely away laughing. We just whomped the religion. What was Nestor's point? Yeah, the Harappans. Yeah. You can take a Harappan city and build pyramids there. Hallelujah! I thought our neighbor was the Harappans, but were they not? Yoink some land with a Harappan district. Who was it? Is it these guys? Yeah, it's purple. Okay, so we need to take some purple land. It is so bull, but that is a way around it. Okay, right, so I just need to take some purple land where they have their unique district. So probably we need to take Harappa itself just to be safe. Here is potentially a neighboring territory that we could even use as a forward missile base and nuke them from. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. Let's send a unit across, like this archer. Send them up on this brave journey and get them up to take that territory. And then we'll use that as a staging post to grab this so we can build the pyramids. It's a long-winded way to do it, but we might be able to just do it. New era. I think we should go the Venetians, right? Just to stick with the theme. +1 money per number of trade routes, +2 money per naval trade route. They're so heavy on trade. It's such a shame. Or should we go the Dutch? It's still kind of in line. Let's have a vote. Let me just check if there are any others. If there's any, like, thing that obviously, these guys are fantastic, but I want to sort of stick with our theme, which is kind of the sea, or at least being near the sea. Which makes me think we either go with the Venetians, who have got a pretty cool galleass, another wonderful district, which will give us some money and influence, or I don't want to transcend as the Northmen, or it's the Dutch. Let me put in a wee poll. I've just accidentally created a poll with no options. That's pretty funny. Dutch or Venice? What's it going to be, folks? I think that the Dutch are probably slightly more powerful. What is that poll? Pretend like you didn't see that. Pretend like you didn't see that. What the heck? I love how 2 people voted yes. Okay, this is the real poll. Dutch or Venice? I'm seeing a lot of things for Dutch in the chat. Shut up, Josh. I see you. I feel like it's got to be Dutch, right? I never went Venetian, so it'd be cool to see them. Yeah, that's the thing that makes me want to choose Venice as well. I've just never picked them, because who would? Their galleass is pretty strong, and we could attack from the sea. That's the only thing that I draw your attention to. It's much stronger than the fleet, which is not very strong. What do we get? +20 money on adjacent harbours. that district is way better than this one, though, probably. So it's like, do we want to take the stronger boat and the untested Venetians? Or shall we stick with +1 money per pop and +20 money from our harbours? I mean... yeah, unfortunately, Venice. Chat has decided. Bill Nye, the science guy. James. Alright, let's do it. Let's go with the Dutch. You guys have decided almost 70% to 30. A pretty resounding vote for the Dutch there. I'm going to grab that. And are there any key technologies that I need to jump to? Wow, we were going to get that one, so I guess we'll get that anyway. Brilliant. Let's claim this territory. I don't want the high food ones, though, so I'm actually going to jump to this island. Maybe grab a slightly more productive tile there. Yeah, rip Korea. Korea would have been a great choice, but I played them so much already, Angry Old Man. I want to sort of broadly stick with the kind of ocean-faring theme that we've got going on here. So, I'll ditch them just this once. Oh! Here's some barbarians that have been left alone for, like, the whole game. Love that. Claim that outpost there. And this guy is heading up to our staging post to take Harappa, the capital city of what was once the Harappans, so we can build our freaking pyramids, am I right? Okay, let's go. This unit will take some attrition, but hopefully it can get there in reasonable time. Go, you beautiful you. Oh, get out of that ocean tile, though. Oh dear, that was a bad spot to end that turn. Political influence can give us more influence on the main plaza, or +5 money and some extra faith. Let's go aristocracy and get that money, because I think that's going to be big for us. Yeah, the poll was resounding, by the way. Those last few votes really shifted it. Who needs the pyramids? We do if we want to get some better wonders. Although I do tend to agree with you, No Name. Do we really need the wonders? Probably not. That unit died because I left it in open ocean. I'm so sorry. Oh, what a mood. Okay, we're starting to really ramp up our money, by the way, which means that we can start to build some pretty sexy Dutch warehouses. Let's get them down. Just gonna build them everywhere. Can also get proper harbors online, which is quite nice. Might do that one there. And then merge it into a super city. It's taken a stability hit, but I'll boost that commons quarter. That will help out this super city a great deal. And now I can get my funky little districts down. Brilliant. Let's go for the extra gold as far as the eye can see. This one not so hot. Actually. This one's dreadful. Oh well. Well, but that is so terrible. I don't even think that's worth building. Where else do we need them? Bibbly Boss, 39 pop now. Nice. And ideally we would want this one down this way. So let's try and chain some scientific districts down here. Or actually we could just get another harbour. Yeah, let's do that. And then, I want to squeeze that in. That's a shame. That is such a shame. Maybe if we delete a couple of those and replace our harbour, right, here, what a harbour, then we can get this in at least next to a harbour. So let's do that. Do I need influence? Not quite yet. I think I can boost these ahead of it. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Oh, and I can actually get more of these. Alright, here. Rip. Poor Bibbly Boss. Although, we can get the harbour adjacency going on if we sneak a wee harbour in there, so let's do that as well. Nice production queue. Bibbly Boss will be busy for a million years. This outpost, once it's established, will be fantastic for us as well, so let's keep that moving. Everything is coming up Millhouse. You're getting so much money without trade. Aren't we, Bobo? Aren't we? I'm going to go back to lurking now. I'm playing some League. Have a good rest of your stream. Jackie, thank you so very much. It's such a pleasure to have you around the channel, not just because of your generosity, but you're a very active channel member on, you know, out on the Discord, out here in the videos. The live streams. I really appreciate it. Have a good game of LOL. A good lolling game. Here's a border, which I like the look of a lot. Maybe even more territories for us to hoover up. Look at us go. Holy moly. How's our... oh yeah, I need to send a new unit to that staging post, don't I? I'm almost tempted actually to just buy someone who's a little bit better at their job. Maybe you. And then let's send it out. Because we do need to get this staging post online. I want this territory. It'll be a great nuke spot to hit her upper as well. Which is a big mood. What are you doing? I'll stick to the coastal tiles where I can. We'll stick to them for a turn. Have you played a huge map yet? Not on stream, Gareth. No, I did briefly test it, but I didn't finish a game in my own time. So maybe next stream we play mega map, mega difficulty. Could be fun. I've seen a lot of people do that already, though. That's kind of like the, you know, you play on the highest difficulty, you play on the biggest map. Kind of a dumb thing. Let's grab the stability just while we're sort of norming and forming and building a lot of infrastructure. I also really don't need, like, plus 10 money. Like, I just don't need that. Next turn it's going to go there. Brilliant. That's so long. yeah, part of it is that, right? It's like, oh, such a commitment. I need to find some coastal tiles. Please! Where is the coastline? Oh, there's some reeds. Oh, this poor unit. Please don't die on me, Archer. Please. I've got my merchant ability. I don't think I have anything to spend it on, though, right? Yeah, I don't think so. That's fine. We're not making the most of it, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's doing themed runs. I like it. Yeah, I reckon the themed run's kind of a fun idea, right? Did we just lose a unit in the ocean? Oh, it's just taking damage. That's not the end of the world. I just don't care. It's back in coastal tile, so that's fine. It just needs to make a small jump across this very dangerous ocean. Please! Let it be a safe journey. One tile at a time. We're just going to eep our way across, avoiding these nasty tiles wherever we can.
You have unlocked seafaring.
Brilliant. We can finally explore the oceans a bit better. And look at that. We made it to coastal tiles. Here it is. This is going to be Forward Nuking Station 1. And I'll probably look to grab an outpost there if I can. 3 runs are so much fun. Extra challenges. Yeah, extra challenges too, right? That's it, Daniel. That's it in a nutshell. Let's position this here because it's 8 production, so it'll be built in 8, 16, 24, 32. And I think we need these hamlets because they provide a lot of jobs. And if we're going to grow in a nuts way, look at Bibbly Boss now, 45 population. Insane. Let's spend some money and really upgrade it as well. I'm just going to pound all of my cash into Bibbly Boss. Make it the greatest city of all time. And how are you doing? You're going to do that in a turn. Lovely. A few turns because the terrain's a bit difficult. And, of course, naturally, we have to embark here. We couldn't possibly get off our boat here, could we? No! Never, says the man! Yes, come on, you massively outdated scouts. Get me this outpost established so we can start positioning an attack here. Imagine, right? We get an airbase. We get a nuke silo. We just fire away at them. Yeah, themed runs aren't good, right? So if you're a min-maxer, if you're super focused on the yield and on providing maximum benefit, you don't want to play these runs. You want to play on Humankind difficulty and scale up over time and beat the game. And it makes sense. I respect it. I do. I respect it. Let's keep exploring. There could be another territory up here that we could potentially claim. Or down here, even. How many turns are you going to take? 2 more. Nice. Oh, no, it looks like there's just a whole load of dudes here instead. That's fun. We'll just leave them on their island. We don't mind. Great little science tile there. This place is mega important. Once it gets online, we're going to really romp it home. Yep, I'll build that district. You betcha I will. Although, actually, we probably want it here-ish, I think. Let's do that instead. $3,000 for a harbour. I'll allow it. Absolute madman, but worth every penny. Worth every penny. Plus science, minus money. Plus science forces us to be open-minded. Sure. Let's be open-minded. We're religiously tolerant. Because we're not tolerant of much else in this empire. Looks like some of our trade routes are running into some trouble. We're also being forced... Oh yeah, we got forced to take that civic. That's fine. Do we want now to grab plus 10 food on cities? Let's do that. That'll really help us scale our crazy cultural growth. We should be growing nearly 1 per turn. Which is pretty big when you think about it. We can queue up another harbour. Which we absolutely should do in here for literally no reason. Here's a discovery. 100 influence and 150 science. Love to see it. One turn for that outpost. Good stuff. What units can embark, disembark in the early eras? Yeah, it's that specific technology that we talked about a little bit earlier in the stream, which name I can't remember. I'm sorry. But, fun tip, if you open up the tech menu, go to the tech screen, you can always just search. I wonder what it's called. I could probably just find it for you. Might be easier. But you can search if you're after a specific tech and you know its name. Trade expeditions. Get that naval transport detail unlocked. Go for that one. Safe way to traverse the ocean. Unfortunately, looks like this territory... Oh, hold on. Maybe a little island? Nah, never lucky. Looks like it's just a great expanse of ocean. Plus 10 money on territories if territories follow a foreign religion, or plus 1 stability if territories follow a foreign religion. Not really interested in either of those. We'll just hold off, I think. Unlocks the transport ship. Yep, there we go. Easy mode. The people of Smurzoth have converted to Jumbo Lumbo. Brilliant. Look at this. We're going to spread our influence thanks to this territory as well. This territory is just a forward outpost of everything aggressive. Everything aggressive. Let's spend some influence to bolster it as well. It's obviously going to need a harbour. Where are the most coastal tiles we can get benefit from? In and around... Oh, look at this. Double harbour? Absolutely. And we could make it a city, which is tempting. Because it can't really connect to anything else. So I'm going to make it a city. It's going to push us one over the city cap, but needs must. We're going to make it a city, of course, so that we can get our unique district immediately online. Hugely beneficial. +5 money from naval trade routes and from the harbour. It's a lot of turns to spend on a relatively insignificant upgrade. We're going to need jobs here as well, which is why getting that hamlet online is important, because we don't have a lot of land to build on. So for the minute, let's do this infrastructural upgrade and just have it plot away on that. It's a fun little territory and I like it a lot. Unfortunately, my dream of finding more has been destroyed. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
As feudal structures.
Oh, hold on. We're mutinous and bibliboss.
And warfare.
Let's do procession. That'll push us above that mutinous and push us on to 30%. While we're here, it probably wouldn't hurt to get another holy site down. So let's put that on and make it a priority as well, just to boost everything. Let's throw every single city we've got onto it. It'll take us 2 turns, and it'll give us a nice little stability booster. Please, show me an island. Show me an island that's unclaimed. Please, please, please. Desperately, I would love another coastal territory here. Just not getting it though. But the city of Amsterdam will be a very important strategic position for us moving forward. Let's grab fortifications. They're pretty cheap. Feel like we probably should have done that a while ago. Our science is absolutely abysmal. What can I do to even help it along? Let's get theology, get some scientific upgrades. We'll also get war summons. We're so out of date. It's insane. Let's continue to explore this coastline. With this brave, brave mounted boy. My goodness, it's a brave boy. Ooh, I've found my own land. So we've circumnavigated the globe. Don't you go into that rough tile. Oh, you would. Sort of achieved its goal anyway, though, right? Carthage is growing. Era stars are plenty. This is fantastic in every way. That unit took a little bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world. Let's continue to... Oh, there's a discovery. Oh, there's another discovery. We're finding carcasses in the ocean, and we just netted about 600 gold out of them. Let's pop back to the wonderful city of Bibliboss, and just, again, keep ensuring that it gets these districts down. Although that one is actually a terrible position. What we want around these harbours are districts that do really well from harbours, right? So we want these market quarters. We also want to keep districts in and around this. Really, really important. The other one, and this one is super powerful, by the way, the hamlet. Provides so many jobs to a city. So many jobs. Let's get one established there. And actually, I'm going to make that a priority. I'm going to buy that hamlet and buy that harbour. Great. How are we doing for stability? Hemorrhaging a little bit, but we're buffing these unique districts as we build around them as well. So, you know, it ain't terrible. It ain't terrible, Chief. It ain't terrible. Chuck that quarter in first, just so that we don't fall behind that 30% stability point. Fairly important. Era stars are plenty, which is good. I'm not really paying super close attention to them, as you can tell. I'm happy to just let them sort of passively work their way up, because I know that broadly I'm doing the right things, so if I just keep doing the right things, I can't go wrong. I also know that I need to be focusing a lot on building, agrarianship, and sweet, sweet money. Someone is starving. You are. Why? Let's increase your stability. In a big way, actually. These are pretty garbage common... Oh, right. So this is the new world. Our city in the New World does struggle a little bit. What we probably need to do is build like a super commons quarter, right? This one's actually a reasonable start. What's it next to? A harbour. It's a reasonable start. Let's buy that outright. And then maybe... I can't build any districts around it. We do need some vital infrastructure here too. We'll just get that food infrastructure online because that'll help our growth. And once we grow, we're probably okay. How far does this go? It's just a massive ocean expanse. Jeepers. Been playing my God Emperor run. My religion is the Imperial cult. I pick authority everything. Love it, comrade. Watched a few old world videos on your channel last week and was thinking about getting it, but I wanted to know, does the novelty wear off? Old world wasn't something that captured my interest as much as anywhere near as much as Humankind, I would say, Van. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's a more niche experience for sure. Let's go with the extra food and cultivate that. So, yeah, just something to bear in mind. But then, like, what does my opinion matter, right? I'm just some loser on the internet, so... You might really like it. There are a few things I just sort of couldn't really vibe with. I'll probably play it again, but I might wait until it gets some DLC. Like, for me, Humankind, obviously this Humankind is going to benefit greatly from DLC when it gets it. The classic 4X experience, and this game, I'm sure, will be no different. For me, Old World, it was more of a case where I was like, okay, I actually really... There are games that I'd rather put my time into before this gets DLC. I'd rather play the base Humankind experience than the base Old World experience, is basically what I'm saying in a nutshell here. That's it. But again, just one person's opinion. And I am an idiot, so it's probably not great. Falling behind on infrastructure, and Bibliboss needs about as much as it can possibly get. So I'm just going to queue literally all of it up. Well, almost. The garrison ones I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. And let's expend our gold to sort of push through this stuff as fast as we can. Try and get Bibliboss the city it needs to be, not the city it thinks it is right now. Ooh, we're finding all of these ocean discoveries. They're not super great, but they're good enough, right? Like the plus 100 science is quite nice because I haven't got a scientific culture yet this run. But otherwise, they're not massively important. I'm really surprised that there aren't any polar islands. Almost always you find little islands down at the poles. But we're just getting none. Spend all of our money to get these warehouses online because they provide more food. Look at how fast we're growing. Woof! Should I spend a bit of gold to increase the stability? Sure. Keep it moving up. We are building a lot of districts, which is going to hurt our stability here. Wondering if it's worth maybe shifting Public Fountain to the front and buying it just to keep us upright. It's also probably worth queuing another one of these quarters. A little bit higher in the queue where it is at the minute. So let's shift it to like there. Again, I'm just playing a really fine balance where I'm happy to keep my stability at plus, just in that plus 30 mark. Eventually we'll ramp it up to 100. I love the ocean discoveries. They can give you more ships. Put into auto. Oh yeah, I should just be auto exploring the ocean, right? Non-stop discoveries. My stability style Humankind playthrough worked out really well. I never went below 100 on cities. And Lord, did you find that useful? Because the thing that I often think about with the stability playthroughs is like, what am I actually getting from this? You know? Like, is there actually any great benefit? Let's see what favor does. Money in Carthage, but less production in the New World. It'll keep us socially about the same. Both of these will. Let's do that. Let's give Carthage a bit of extra money, because let's be real, at this point we are all about money and not really about much else. Oh, woof. Woof, look at that harbour. Copper. Might be nice to get some science near it. Right, let's do that. Back to Bibliboss. I'm going to pour all of my money into Bibliboss, I think. Just constantly buying these upgrades. Enjoying the coverage, Jumbo. Up difficulty to Empire in my third playthrough to make it challenging. But found myself half the era score from the top in the medieval era. So you're struggling with era stars. Is that right, Will? The best way to fully understand, like, it'll be quite unique to your game, but the best way to fully understand it is just to really have a look at the screen and think, what am I doing well? So this is my thing. So I need to focus on these ones, because these are probably my easiest ones. So you should always try and grab these era stars first. Next up, another easy way to grab era stars to catch up is to grab cheap technologies, right? Because you get era stars per the number of techs. And so if, like me, you might find that you've beelined ahead and grabbed some more expensive things, there's probably a way that you can nip back and grab some cheap technologies to get some quick era stars. So there's another quick way you could do it. Again, it depends on your affinity. And then the last one is the builder stars. If you have a lot of money, production, or gold, or even population, you might want to just quickly spam out a whole load of districts. Likewise, on your new outposts as well, you can use influence to spam them out. Pretty good stuff, I would say. Those are some quick ways to grab for you, Will, to hopefully quickly get some era stars under your belt. This city's going to need a hamlet because the hamlet provides a slot for every worker. So as it grows and fills up these slots, which it nearly has, it's going to need more spaces for people to live. Let's provide it with those places. It's growing really fast. Woof. Let's get its hamlet online just to support that extra growth. I think that's pretty beneficial. It's likely to lose a little bit of stability over time. We'll just get one commons quarter down here and let it work away on that. We need to keep some space, of course. Brilliant. And harbour or hamlet. Look at this. This city is literally full on jobs. So the people of Carthage are doing nothing if they don't have jobs. So let's build this hamlet district. It'll provide an extra 4 jobs and also some base yields, which are like fairly decent. Look at this. +6, +4. Yeah, sure. Why not, right? Why not? And then we can get a harbour, which is going to provide us with +45 food. Yeah, sure. Get a hamlet up here as well. We'll do that just for the extra jobs. Nice. Pretty happy with where all of this is going. How fantastic. How absolutely brilliant. And as I say about the cheap techs, I'm just going to grab... I think I need 2 cheap techs. Although alchemy's pretty good too, so I'll get alchemy as well. How are we doing up in forward post warfare? Not terrible. Not terrible. This city is actually fantastic, really. Holy moly. What a place to be. It's already at 10 pop. Look at this. Their capital is only at 22. We're nearly halfway at their capital. Thanks to these ocean tiles. Look at how good they're getting. See, +12, +10, but even just normal ones now. +4 food. I mean, it's like, why would you farm the land when you can farm the sea? Is what I keep wondering. -15% on unit cost. Could be useful in this city. We also do want some fortifications, just in case things go south. Let's actually get this war infrastructure in place here. Let's build the walls. And you know what? We'll build that too. We're going to go hard on the war infrastructure. Any value in these public ceremonies. +5% on creating units. I've never tried it, so I'm gonna do it. Let's do parade. Why not? Why not? This is going to be a military outpost after all, so let's specialize it a bit. Up here, this is meant to be Science City, and it's really not. So let's help it along. Plop down a few more researchers' quarters. Maybe 2 of them. That'll probably do once we get those hamlets online. And then we'll be short on stability, so we'll need another one of these. Popping it down in there will be pretty good. Actually, let's do it first. And let's buy that hamlet. More jobs, more citizens, more. I was only just behind the food nation, my stability. So I almost did actually win, mainly because my cities were able to just be production and science powerhouses. Yeah, and that's pretty important, eh? That specialization is pretty important. We could go for the military production, but I don't think we need it. This one has a chance of negative things, but we do get plus 200 science from it, so we'll grab it. The negative outcome is likely to be not as bad as that. We can upgrade these guys to knights, but we need the iron, of which somehow we have none. Oh, and this outpost. Let's get pearls online. More pearls. Let's also buy a harbour while we can. Where will it be best? Probably down around here. Get some good adjacencies. We don't have that territory. Maybe there's an island here that I haven't discovered. Let's go here instead. How's Kerma doing for loyalty? Hemorrhaging a little bit. We'll buy it its warehouse and then get it a couple more of these commons quarters. And then maybe we expand around them as well. I like that quite a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's get all the hamlets down too. Building one out here is quite useful because we can start to work out this way. Cool. Alright, Kerma's looking pretty good. It's at 75 stability. We may be able to attach this outpost to it. Let's see what kind of penalty we take. Ah, actually really good. Nice. Welcome to the mega city of Kerma. Can't quite merge our cities yet, but we'll be able to soon. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Need to rename this city as well while I remember. Warpost 1. Brilliant. Had a run where I was in the tank says I had a run while I was in the contemporary era. Just finished gunpowder. Had a ridiculous amount of production though, and had most of the wonders. Good stuff. Dystopian megacities? Absolutely, Bill Nye. You bet your backside. Two more era stars until we can get through into that vital next era. And I think we've got basically all of our Dutch districts built as well. So we're absolutely away laughing. I'm producing more gold than I can really even account for at this point. I think I want these researcher upgrades ahead of these districts. Just because I am a little worried about my science. I could expel 14 population to build a school. We don't super need to right now. It would help with our stability a bit. But we don't mega need it, so I'm just going to hold off on that. And otherwise, I think everyone's looking pretty. We definitely need to take this sometime soon. So maybe now I start shifting towards more of a militaristic feature as we move through nearly into the last era. The second last era, not the last era. We're not in the contemporary era just yet. Tone down your excitement. Patronage. This is massive. The best tech of all time. Hold me down. Patronage is insane. The luxury resources are insane. We're definitely working toward that as a priority. Now, I've just noticed we've turned over turn 185. That means there are 115 turns left of the game, and likely some of the spiciest ones we can muster. I do have to stop here, unfortunately, after what's been a fantastic 3.5 hours. So, I'm just gonna... Oh, thank you for subscribing, Eric and William, by the way. I'm just gonna quickly pop us onto the Be Right Back stream and wrap up here. Thank you very much for joining me if you're watching the VOD or only interested in the gameplay. Gameplay is over. I'll just spend a couple of minutes replying to any questions you have. If you want to throw them into the chat, do throw them in now. And of course, before I do that, I have so many thank yous. Thank you so much to everybody who's been super generous during the stream. Like, actually, no shit, guys. Thanks a freaking million. The thank yous are endless, but... Thank you to Sarab for becoming a member, Devilish for the $1.99 super chat, Hunnick Horde for kicking us off right at the start with the $10 super chat. Then we had Hunnick Horde with another $2 one, Angry Old Man, I saw you twice, $5 a pip, Van with $5, Daniel Cripps with £5, High Game Kick with $2 Canadian, Blocker Chock with a $5, Angry Old Man with another. Camo Plays came in with $10. Van, another $5. Max Colby, welcome to the channel. Your membership means a lot. Jackie, who didn't get an alert but became a freaking megapixel. Hold me down, Jackie. You are outstanding. Daniel, £10. I love that. Thank you so much. Everyone in chat. Will, Lord, Dwarf, Oliver, Game Pro, Camo Plays... Josh, Eric, Bill Nye, the science guy, thank you. And Troy, who became a megapixel at the end of the stream. Holy shit. Thank you, my dude. Not gonna lie, Jumbo, I've never been a Yet Gamer live stream water, but they're really, really good. Not sure I quite understand, but thank you. Thanks for the stream. When will we continue? I'll answer that in just a minute. Wasn't making any comments, but watched it from the start. Yes! BitGMD, thank you for lurking. Thank you for lurking. No Name, good to see you. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Golf Delta Whiskey, hey, unfortunately you've joined us right at the end. Stage 541 as well, a new channel member. Thanks so much for joining part of us. And to answer your question, I'm going to continue this either tomorrow or the next day at this time, but I'll be sure to post the notification at least an hour before, but realistically probably like 10 hours before. So keep note. But I think we'll finish this tomorrow. What do you think? I think we'll finish it tomorrow, around this time tomorrow. If you're willing to join me on your Friday night, which I'm guessing is what it will be for you tomorrow when it's my Saturday morning, that would be wonderful. JumboPixel, I just realized you pronounced my name correctly first time, which is rare. Congrats on the great content. Awesome. Hey, and thanks to all of your generosity. Thank you so much for joining me. And to be honest, what was actually only going to be an hour live stream, but then the super chats, the normal chats, you guys just came out like an absolute crazy supportive force. And I appreciate that so much. Thanks also to the mods for watching and keeping an eye on the chat. Thankfully, we are a small, very kind community. And no bad behavior was had. Thanks everybody.